Mattel Electronics presents Astro Smash.
You're watching the television, fella. Tracy has some great content, so keep watching. He'll show you stuff you never even knew existed for your television.
That's the Intellivision game, or
What?
KC? KC.
Television, fella. Take it away, Tracy.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Intellivision Show. This is show 102. So we have some cool stuff tonight. We are going to have Steve on to talk about Intellipal, which is a palette creator for Intellivision. We are going to have Caleb on in the product highlight segment, and he's going to show us and talk about his new couplers. And then we're going to have DJ C on towards the end of the show, which this is going to be a shorter. It's not going to be your typically typical real long show. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. And Chuck and I are going to go over our favorite Elektronite Sprint games, and we're going to do a top 5 countdown from 5 to 1. We're going to do a little bit of gameplay, not like full games, but we're going to show each one off. And then we are going to try something new. There's a new feature that I recently talked about with Phil and Mike when Phil didn't click off the live and everyone was talking a little bit. And it was so funny because the first thing I hear Mike say is, "Now, I wasn't going to say this on live." I'm like, oh boy. And but it gave me an idea. It's like, that'd be cool if you could at the end of the show, because you have a lot of members, they need some content, stay live for members only. I said that'd be cool. And then it was the next week, I go, Mike, Phil, they heard us. It was probably on there before, of course, but there is a feature where you can stay live at the end of at least I think this is how it works. We're going to try it. So if you're members, stick around at the end after we kind of say goodbye. We're going to try it. We're going to stay live for members only. And then Chuck and I are going to play a head-to-head one game of the original Donkey Kong and submit our scores for this week's Facebook Intellivision Invasion Facebook group challenge. So I want to try it out. I think it'd be cool, even if it's just something small at the end or a quick discussion. These guys are paying members every month, and I'd like to do a little more and something like that. I think it's kind of cool. The little after party for the Intellivision Show, and we could evolve it if people like it. I don't hold back content, but extra content is fine with me. So we'll try that out at the end. We're also going to have all the regular segments of the show, of course. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Oh yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Atari Age, Discord. My email and all the links to my social medias are in the description of every video. The Discord is actually getting a lot more people involved, leaving comments, high scores. Sometimes I forget to check. So guys, if I don't ever respond, it's not because I'm ignoring or choose that I just don't want to respond. It's because I've missed it or I've been really busy. So I know here recently, I'm usually same day for comments on YouTube, and I haven't done it in days. I need to catch up. My life outside of here has been super busy, and I've been on the go every single day, working or gone. And I plan on catching up very soon with all the comments. I try to keep up on social media the best I can, but don't ever be offended, because I promise you, I enjoy the engagement, and that's part of why I'm here. So don't ever think that I'm ignoring you no matter what it's about. I never do that. So channel update. I finally changed my email. I guess whenever you click on my channel and the information, it was showing admin. It was showing an admin email to intellivisiongamer.com, which is just a placeholder. I'm probably never going to do anything with that. I didn't even realize it. And I guess some people, when I've said to email me, I'm thinking they're going in the description, and they were clicking on that one. So I did change that one now to the correct one. So whether you look in the description or on YouTube, it should show the correct email. And I'm sorry to anyone that emailed that. It's not even one I can check. Not really sure how that even got in there, to be honest. Personal update. Finally hooked up my Intellivision Sprint in the living room this last week, and it was awesome playing on the big screen TV. I wouldn't put it in game mode. Perfect. Playing from the couch with the wireless controllers, and I played AF, and in fact, I played it all the way through. I think I've been to level 3, and there's 7 levels, and we're going to get more into AF later, but I don't want to spoil 2 things, actually, but I beat the game, and it wasn't easy. So that was, and then I got into Ninja Odyssey. I started playing that one, and that one doesn't have a save feature, and I was chatting with William about it gets hard, and I let the countdown expire, then I had to go through it all again and get to where I was. I'm like, oh, AF has a save feature, so once you beat a level, you can start again there. Ninja Odyssey was an earlier game. It does not. But I do want to thank all my channel members. I'm not going to call you all out by name today. I am working on another new way to do it. Next week, there should be significantly less members. All the free ones are going to drop off, or a good chunk of the free ones. We'll have a manageable amount of members. And all the names are in the description, though. I do have all of them in there. So let's welcome everyone in chat, and then we're going to get going. I'm not going to read every comment like I normally do. I'm going to try to catch all the important ones. So again, don't feel butthurt if I don't get it. It's definitely not because I ignored it. We have a lot to do today, and 3 guests. So I don't want it to be a 4-hour show. And the other reason, the personal update? I didn't finish all of it. Phase 2 on our house started today. So guess what's tomorrow, guys? Something I've been talking about for quite a while. I don't come up attic stairs anymore after today, because tomorrow, well, I might tomorrow. Tomorrow, they are putting in a door, which you can kind of see. It's going to be, or I can't point. Come on. It's going to be like right here, but behind this shelf. So I'll come in. There's actually a light switch right there, and I'll walk around and get over here. And more importantly, they're going to remove the attic stairs all the same day. And I cannot wait to be able to come up here with stairs and not the attic stairs. And I'll be able to be up here more late night, because the aluminum attic stairs are noisy, bringing them up and down when everyone's asleep in a quiet house. And another thing that's going to mean is I'll be able to bring a CRT TV up here. Right now, because it's attic stairs, it's what fits through, the 2 studs. That's all it is. Well, 3 if I'm climbing up in there, but just kidding. So big boxes, I have to tear things down and bring it up piece by piece. And everything in this room, this is like 400 and something square foot room. Everything in here, I brought up in boxes, took it apart, brought it up in pieces. So I'm excited to have a regular wide doorway to come up here. So almost forgot about that. Make sure I didn't miss anything. So this could be the last time I have to use those darn stairs. There is a poll. So I thought of this one. I've been trying to think of sprint stuff that's like, relevant. So, there's a lot of things going on with the sprints. You've got your regular, I'm just playing the 45 games that came with it. I'm not, tech savvy, or I don't want to touch it. So are you playing just the built-in 45? Are you working on your own build, and that's what you're playing and side loading with your sprint? Or did you download someone else's build for the 125 with all the artwork? I know Mike McMaster has one that a lot of people have used, and it's not any of the stuff that shouldn't be in it. It is the 125 with artwork. I know, and it was posted on a lot of the groups, and I know a lot of people have used that one, including old programmers, Blue Sky Rangers, I think even some Atari employees. I don't know. I've heard of a lot of things. So again, it's the 125. It's not paid for Homebrews. I'm pretty sure it's not even free Homebrews, because a lot of those guys, they don't want their stuff shared either. They want to share it from themselves. So definitely, I'm curious what people are using, how they're using their sprint. We've done a lot of different questions. I think one of them recently was, are you using a sprint in your living room? And I'm like, man, I've been wanting to do that. I have several of them, and I finally was able to do that this week. So let's go ahead and welcome. I'm going to say hi to everyone really quick in the chat, and then we are going to get going with the segments. Steve is already down in the back room waiting. I'm going to get through the news, and I think the news, and then we're going to bring, because he's part of Sprint News. So we are going to bring him on after I get through the news. He'll be the last one and the first guest. So we got Benville, we got Roger here. Welcome, guys. We got my buddy Sean. Pierre's here. Kurt Bradshaw. We got Cyrus, Super Mega Graphics 64. I hope the Manus doesn't prey on Corey. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about it at this point. I've seen a few. I've seen the Manus on steroids. That guy's a big son of a gun. Again, guys, I'm going to get through here. Keith says, howdy, boys. Don't forget, buy your raffle tickets. He's giving away 2 sprints. If you're in any Facebook group, you've seen it. It's March 3rd on Papa Pete's show. They're going to give away 2 sprint consoles. Also, William of Elektronite is giving away an AF digital ROM package for each person that wins one of the sprint consoles. So that's a cool bonus. That was very cool of you, William. The man with no name, what's going on? Good to see you here. Here to learn about the overlays. I'll show you a little bit. The process of making them is different, but this is more on the sprint side. But if you can find a way or you want to print them, I saw someone using little photos that were the perfect size, if you've seen that. So definitely cool to make your own sprint overlays. I see a lot of people doing it. It's a lot of fun. I plan on trying it a little bit to test out the website and just to have a little fun once I get some free time. Tofu. I'm looking for Corey, the television fella. You've come to the right place. Don't want to miss anyone. Torque's here. What's going on, Torque? Mr. Post Style. Mike's Gaming Gala. Can't hang out tonight, but wanted to pop in and say hi as a show of support. I appreciate you, sir. I know you're here when you can, at least for the news part and the early part, or guess. Not so much the gameplay. Mike already has expert gameplay. He doesn't need to see it on this channel. Who else is in here? DJC. Wow, it's late, 8 p.m. I would never be this late. I think DJC and, not to be outdone, Cyrus, those guys go on later than anyone. They're late for me, and I'm 2 and 3 hours earlier than them, and they'll go on late where I'm already in bed, and I stay up fairly late. Not Mike's Gaming Gala late, but fairly late. Metal Torso. What's going on, sir? Roger Matthews, take it away, Tracy. Dave Camo, good to see you. Again, guys, I'm going to be skipping through this because we've got a lot of show today. I hope I don't miss anyone. The Zazzy Man. I'm always Zazzy. Except when I'm not. Saboteur, horse racing champ. Good to see you, sir. Michael Doherty. What's going on, buddy? The Intellivision Manus is here. Oh, my. Just in time for you guys to get your sprints. He'll be on the prowl. I guarantee you that. Pine Soul. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the H9R. It is. I forgot to talk about that. So my mouth is quite a bit better. I'm still on a weird diet because, I can't eat chips, crunchy things. I go tomorrow to the dentist right after work and get all the stitches out. That's my lower left. For anyone that's unfamiliar, I'm getting an implant in, and the first stage was extracting a tooth extraction, and it did not come out easy. I was like 2.5 hours, what should have been quick. My tooth had a ball on the end, and they had to do it nicely because of being an implant. If it wasn't, for that, they could have just taken it out quicker, but I don't have any pain. It's just weird not having a tooth right there. It's the first major dental work I've had, and I'm in my early 50s. So I'll find out more tomorrow. Obsidian Contraption is here. Sarah. Good to see you, Sarah. Oh, one of my favorites, our Big Fall. I complained about your channel, and I'm trying to get it removed. Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer has signed my petition. Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle sounds familiar, but I don't think it's Pfeiffer. I think it's Michelle Yakowski. That's what I've heard. Or it's going to be soon with that baby on the way. Retro Bliss Gaming, what's going on, Phil? Good to see you here. I'm going to talk about you because thanks to you, I got a little something, and we showed it in mail call, and now I've tried it on my Sprint, and I'll give you credit here in a bit. Kind of spoiled it right there, but Mr. Chickens, what's going on? Fast Car. What is it? I can't even read the rest of that, but I like fast cars. I have a decent fast car, nothing special, but I've got a couple Corvettes and I've got a Scat Pack Challenger. I love American Muscle. And the older, I have a 57 Corvette that I inherited from my uncle. Nah, man, I've been drooling over that since I was 4 years old. That's the car that made me fall in love with Corvettes. So I definitely looking forward to someday getting more into that. But first, I need to finish everything else and raise my kids, because that's going to be a quite extensive project to restore it and a lot of money. And I'm not ready to stop buying Intellivision stuff. DJC Detroit. Who's this guy? Oh boy, I'm still 10 minutes behind. I'm skipping through, guys. I only feel butthurt when my hemorrhoids act up. Asteroid says post style. Cajanox, what's going on? Good to see you here. Got a lot of cool stuff today. Luke's Awakening says, hey, Corey. I don't know who he's talking to. Salvador says, working on my sprint build. I dumped the 125 for my, that's what I started with too, for my Pi RTO, and only took a few minutes. Now I'm adding graphics. If you want to do it yourself, it takes quite some time. I don't know. I just like doing it myself. But I mean, it's a USB stick. You could download somebody's, or, get the stuff the quick way, and just play with it and then work on your own. But I find most people are lazy. So once you have one that works and you're like, I'm not going to spend hours and hours and weeks, doing my own. But I do plan to, because I have a lot of cool stuff in the works. Scotty, staying warm. Yeah, because I'm in sunny California. Oh, my watch died. It's like 59 or 60 here today. So I know there's all these people. I hope everyone's staying safe, and all the ice, snow, whatever weather, crazy weather, like minus, I don't even know how many degrees Celsius. I see all these people, different friends and people post from all over the United States and Canada, all this crazy weather. I don't experience things like that. So I really do feel for you guys. Yeah, I can't complain about being foggy this morning, and it got cold. It was 40. Woohoo. That's Fahrenheit, by the way. I feel guilty, but the fog does suck when you can see like 10 feet in front of your car. It's like, I'm never worried about myself, but I worry about, a cow being out because I'm from the country, or a wreck already there and you don't see it till it's too late. I had to stop in and say hi to Corey before stopping in here. 10 degrees. Wow. Question, no game apps that have the Intellivision Sprint. So I know someone is working, I think it was Rev, working on a big list. We have it for physical, for digital games that are available on the Sprint or your original OG console with flash carts or emulation. And it's something that I think's been needing to be done. I've talked about doing it myself for a couple years now, actually. I've focused so long on hardware, and I do have a lot, and I support everyone that I see, but I wasn't actively going after them all until the Sprint. If you take the A off asteroids, you're left with steroids. That mantis. Great videos on the M64 today. I love that red one. I always like the original colors, but I know a lot of people go nuts over those, having those different bright colors. We've got to pray just to make it today. That's why we pray. 8-bit widgets, what's going on, Caleb? Good to see you. 10 degrees, says Roger. That's nuts. Again, guys, I'm skipping through fast as I can. Star Paddler, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, I've seen that too, Michael. He's saying there used to be old websites telling you how to make overlays. But if there's anyone that knows how to make overlays, it's this guy right here, Psycho Stormtrooper Roger Matthews. If you guys don't know who that is, you've seen the Orphan Overlay sets 1, 2, and 3. That's the man right there. That's the man. He knows a little something about overlays. I'll tell you that. All right, we're almost caught up. What's going on? He heard me. So he is. I was thinking it was you, Rev, working on a digital list for all Intellivision games. That's awesome. Yeah, and then if we miss anything, people can say, hey, what about this? What about this? Like a work in progress. But I'm looking forward to that because a lot of people will buy more stuff if they just know where to get it. 8-bit widgets. Again, that's Caleb, guys, if you don't know who that is. DJC Game Studios, the TurboGrafx Banana once told me you're lame because you don't have a full North American collection of TurboGrafx 16. Are you going to go for it? I say do it. I know you don't hear me say this often. I can't afford that. There are a lot of games that are super expensive, but I do have quite a few already. I'm an opportunistic buyer for NES, Master System, TurboGrafx 16. Those are 3 of my favorite consoles, retro, Intellivision, obviously, Atari 2600, Odyssey 2. I have a lot for those Gen 2. The only one I don't have a lot of is ColecoVision. But yeah, everything else. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the news. It's only 20 minutes in, and we've done all the intros, said hello. I hope you guys don't mind. I skipped through a little bit quicker, but we do have a lot of cool stuff today. So let me go ahead and get into the news. And I've got the screens. I know sometimes I've been forgetting. The problem is, if you guys don't know, everything, all these scenes are in OBS, like when you see Intellivision News, or you've got my camera and, you know, my logo and then gameplay. And then I run virtual camera and I'm in StreamYard. So if I'm looking in OBS or in StreamYard, but I don't change something on the other one, sometimes it gets screwy. And if you know, you know, and that's why sometimes those mistakes happen. So what I'm doing right now, it's kind of weird because I see 2 of myself. One's bad enough, believe me. But this will show me, I have enough of a window here to kind of show me if I'm looking at the same screen. I just got to get used to seeing 2 things moving, but that should limit, if not kill, all those mistakes where I think I'm showing you stuff and I'm not, or like last week, I had a area where everything was in a small little screen in the corner and I'm trying to show you guys stuff and it was on something different. So I'm hoping that works. We'll try it out. Everything's a work in progress, of course. So we are going to head right over to make sure. Okay, I've got it in there. And since I just did this right before I went live, we do have Facebook actually there. So we're going to start off like we always start off. We are going to talk about, oops. Oh, I got to figure out how to take that off. I'm clicking in the header. I slide it over and it maximizes the screen. I'm like, I don't like it when it does that because when I move that, now I can't tell in StreamYard if I'm showing everything. Okay, it looks good. Maybe a little shorter. It kind of changes the settings for everything on my screens. All right, there we go. Don't do it again. All right, so Intellivision Invasion, 5.8 thousand members, largest Intellivision group by far, and this was the largest participation. 21. Bart, I just saw your name at the bottom. I'm not making fun of our Off-Grid Arcade. I'm just saying I'm glad it wasn't me. That could have been for Frogbog because you all kicked my butt last week at Frogbog. So this was Demon Attack. I love shooters. I love Demon Attack. I love that boss. So how cool was this to see 21 people playing for Demon Attack? Stefano, holy crap. 80,686 for Demon Attack. Romaine, 34,735. Simone, 28,635. Alan, 17,532. Kirk Kietsky, met him at the Midwest Gaming Classic last year. Nice guy. 14,518. Intellivision Digital Fanzine brings us all kinds of custom artwork. 12,371. Adolfo, 9,950. I need to tell him, it's like, I'd rather have Intellivision Gamer in there than my name. I played and entered under Intellivision Gamer. 9,150, which I think that's not a great score, especially when you look at these top scores. But my personal best that I've recorded is only like 12 to 15,000. I played one game, got 9154. That's good enough for me. Greg, 8930. Cristiano, 8677. Kevin Schultz, the man who puts this on every week, does all the work, 7519. Paul, 7449. Aaron, 7427. DJF, 6940. James, 49 or 4643. What is Beria? I've never seen that name before. 4344, probably said it last week too. Cesario, 3673. Gadisaw, 3371. Jamie or 3187, Jose 3092, and last but certainly not least, Bart Off Grid Arcade Huff 2961. And currently this week until Sunday, they are playing the original Donkey Kong. And that's what we're going to try that members only at the end of the stream. We have 92 members. Hopefully there's plenty of them to stick around to the end. Because won't know if it works if nobody sees it. Chuck and I are going to do a head-to-head for this one game, original Donkey Kong, and we're going to post the scores. So that's what our members-only content will be after the live ends, assuming that it works. If not, we'll adjust and try it again next week. You can't really try it unless you're live, so I have no idea how it works or what it's doing. I just recently saw the button and kind of got excited about it. So, all right, so let's go in and check the Intellivision Overlay Editor. I had no idea this was a thing. So you get to load artwork. You can title it. There's fonts. You can change everything. And this would, obviously this isn't going to print well unless you have a method to do that. But this is going to be, I think this is great for the Sprint and making overlays for games that don't have them, games you're missing. Just some people want to create their own artwork or their own overlays for games. And, I think it'd be cool to have one with my logo on there. And I don't know what I'd use it for, but that's probably what I'll do, something like that to test it out. I haven't tried it yet, but you can see overlay title, font color, show gradient options. You can choose fonts, font size, bold, italic, underline, text positional offsets, background color, enable background fill, again, show gradient options. There's title area dimensions that you can play around with, copyright text, font color, more text options here, main overlay artwork, click to upload your artwork, keyboard labels for all the different buttons, button editor, action buttons. So what the buttons are going to do, like on this one that's currently showing the template, you just see action on both of them, or all four of them. So you can full edit control over all that. This is really cool. The bottom arrows showing the direction. So very cool item, especially very relevant for the Sprint. And I was actually supposed to show that in the Sprint section, but it got left in here. Next thing I wanted to talk to you about, Intellivision.us. That is Intelligent Vision. Now Rev does publish a lot of his games CIB, but Intelligent Vision, they do their own digital. And now Intellivision Collector has also published at least one. I'm trying to think now if I miss any. Intelligent Vision games complete in box. But right here, we're talking about Intellivision.us. And where does it go here? Official Sprint package is available for purchase. Add to cart. Cost is $15 USD. This is every free ROM, 38 different games that you can download from the site. And he's already done all the work. All the Sprint files, artwork, everything is there. Saves you a ton of time. I did it, when I saw it and I got it, and I will show it to you. I have a few games that I purchased in there as well, but most of them now I think are that. And then the ECS games, and then I think I have Super Chef BT and Super Chef BT Ultimate. But most of them that I have in my Intelligent Vision folder are from this 38 game package download. $15, don't have to do none of the work. Support David and, all the things he's doing. I think it's great. And I'll show that to you here in a bit. Someone yell at me if I happen to forget. Also, side note, it's not in my notes, but I forgot to do it last week. The Ultimate PC Interface 2026 coming by the end of February. If you don't know what that is, I would have had one of the older versions to show you guys. They are amazing. They let you hook up all kinds of retro controllers to your PC, and I believe the same thing will work fully with the Sprint. So definitely you're going to want to check that out. It's a very cool product, and we'll be talking about Sprint compatibility, of course, as soon as I get confirmation and have a little bit of talk about where I kind of know what I'm talking about. I just don't want to say, yeah, get it for your Sprint. And then it's like, oh no, it doesn't work. I don't want to do that. So next, we're going to go talk about Revs games. So Rev has a good start to his digital store. Funny thing. So we just talked about Intellivision US, and there's 38 free games in that package. Well, Rev has 38 games to start his digital store. We talked about a little bit, but I think he added more, but that's funny that they have the exact same amount of games currently. So you've got several free games, which are demos or unfinished games. You've got smaller games for a smaller fee. You know, we got Bananas Are Good, Quest of the Cranberry, Billy the Ball, Celery's Challenge, Emerald Dig, free game, unfinished game, Frank the Fruit Fly, Las Vegas Slots. I said slots. Don't get excited, Poe. $5, Midspace. A lot of these I mean, some of them I've heard about, but some of them I didn't even know they existed. So I've got them all. I bought and downloaded everything on here, all 38. I stayed up late last night. I'm a little tired because I didn't want to do it half. You know, I always support these guys, and I wanted to buy everything that was offered on Revs digital store and be able to show it off and talk about it. So then we've got Mayzam, $5, Runner Z Unfinished, game demo free, Fido's Adventure, that's a fun game. That was a PRGE 2025 release, $15. Hamburgers en route to Switzerland, that was a card-only release at one of the shows. That's $5. Go Sub, very fun game. If you haven't played Go Sub, you definitely need to try it. It's easy to learn, very fun to play. My history teacher 8 Lemons, unfinished game demo free. iGame, free. It's a demo. Larry the Fly Swatter demo free. Oh Well, unfinished game demo. Stickman, unfinished game demo. These last several are free. Secret Government, Waffle Project 2, unfinished game. I have the first one complete in the box, but I haven't tried this Project 2 yet. ZYX, available on its own, but also it's available in a package. I haven't checked that one out yet. Definitely going to soon. Unlucky Pony, $5. I have that complete in box. Well Hunt, I've heard about this one for a while. $5 for the ROM. Up Monsters and Inti Basic Showcase Volume 1, $15. That's 3 games. I have these next several CIB, but definitely you want to pick up the ROMs. I want to fully load my Sprint. Inti Basic Showcase Volume 3, or that was Volume 1 rather. Volume 3 is here. Peter the P, $10. This is the one I have. Physical form, Secret Government Waffle Project, $10. And Super Pixel Bros, $15. That is a fun game. It's all blocks, but you know what it is when you're playing it. And I really enjoyed it. Surprised at first, I'm like, bunch of blocks. I liked it. So I'm definitely going to be playing that one soon. And then you've got Triple Challenge 2 and Triple Challenge 3. Triple Challenge 3 was also a 2025 PRG release. So some of these games are coming out in digital form. I know he's going to release several more. I'm looking forward to some of them. Like, oh boy, I just lost it. I lost it last week. Someone told me. Time Pilot. Jeez. Pilgrims and Penguins, free. Boot Hill, free. I've got a Boot Hill box. I can't show it to you unless I'm full screen, but it is right there, I think. Flagship Work in Progress, free. Tower of Hanoi, free. Oranos, Work in Progress, free. Alligator Swamp. I remember if you know what? There's new stuff on here. Rev, you added more. I'm like, I don't remember Alligator Swamp. And Pitfall 1, Forbidden Jungle. That's also a new PRG 2025 release and a Christmas special. So definitely go check it out. I want to say there's 3 more added here, something like that, because I don't think there was 38 last night. Rev would know if he's still in here. So the last thing we've got on the news, and then we'll bring on our first guest. We have a brand new game in the works. DJC, my Intellivision YouTuber buddy, my pal. Nobody plays more Intellivision games than DJC. I almost guarantee it. Definitely nobody on YouTube. He wears out controllers, discs. I wish I could play half as much as him. He's really good at a lot of games too. But anyway, he has a little clip of AF2. It's also, I'm going to talk about it in a little bit after our first few guests. I've got it in the YouTuber video highlight playlist, but this is showing some footage from AF Anthropomorphic Force 2 that's currently in the works. So we're just going to play a couple seconds here because I want you guys, now or later, doesn't matter to me, go check out DJC's video. But here is a sneak peek at AF2. Now, I have been told that the first level is here above ground, and then I believe the rest, or most of the rest, are below ground in different locations. But man, I really love AF. I think it's one of the best games. It's definitely up there with all the other games. My favorites from any publisher. There are a lot of games like that, but this is one. And AF2, I'm super excited for. There have not been many sequels to games, so I'm definitely, and I believe it's the same programmer, so that's really cool. Let's see what he does for part 2. I'm hoping that, with Chuck showing stuff, and then I'll either show a little bit here and there or point you to Chuck's, whatever we've got to do. All right, so I'm pretty sure I've got Homebrew Highlight, but we'll do that right after Steve, because Steve was in here to test about an hour ago, a little more. We tested, and now he's been back the whole time watching. So we're going to let him come on and talk about Intellipal. And let me get back to the right screen here, because now I have 3 screens up. All right, so let's welcome Steve. Refresh my screen. Oh, refresh my screen. Okay, hold on, because he must be doing this like right now. So he's got 38 games. Let's hit refresh. Oh, my, he added another one. Oh, Tempest. Unfinished game. Free. I got to see that. I don't think it's going to show anything. Digital download unfinished. The classic arcade hit. The following files: game ROM, bin and config files, box art. That's awesome, Rev. Definitely go check out all the free games, support Rev, and download a lot of the paid-for games. Whichever ones you like, grab them. Grab one a week. If you can't get them all, grab one a week, one a paycheck, one a month. Just, put them on your radar. I guarantee you all those PRG 2025 games, you're going to like those. Those are all well done. Very cool, Rev. All right. Let me get back to the right screen. Like I said, there's 3 of us now. So now we're going to welcome Steve on. And this is the guy that brought us the Sprint Game Manager that saved all of us countless hours, maybe even weeks. So now he's got something else to talk to us about. So let's give him a warm welcome. What's going on, Steve?
Hey, how you doing? It's good to be back.
Yeah, I see you've been busy because it wasn't very long after you were on. I'm like, what? Something else new? So why don't you tell everyone, like, for people that don't know anything about palettes, and tell us about what it is, why you created it, why they might want to use it. You know what to do.
Yeah. So we're gonna go talk about the application called Intellipal that I made. Threw out there just like Sprint Game Manager. So JZ Intv emulator, Sprint uses it. Most people use it. If you have a RetroPie, you probably use it. Has this option or this ability to provide what they call a palette file, and it's just the 16 colors that the Intellivision can go up to.
Yeah, that's all you get.
That's all you get. 16 colors, but you can supply your own palette file or a palette file that somebody else makes to basically change the colors of what what the emulator uses. Now, the Sprint Alpha 1.1, still Alpha update.
Yeah, and the reason that is, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm not sure if you probably are familiar, but some people may not be.
No, I'm not.
Whenever this is totally blessed and everyone's tried it out, because people, hey, there's a favorites bug. Steve Ettinger, Blue Sky Ranger, said, hey, I favorited all my games, turned it back on. It only remembers some of them. So that's been reported. So as this alpha comes out, it releases on Atari Age. That's not an official update, but that's for all the people that want to try out all the new features. And hey, if you find something, let's talk about it. Let's get it perfect. And then once everyone blesses it, then it becomes an official Atari update, and it'll be on that website. So if you're wondering why the one you download from Atari is different, that's the reasoning.
Yes, and so I'll say with the palette stuff and Sprint, I think you said this is a Sprint segment. Technically, palettes are not just Sprint. Obviously, they've been around long.
Everything.
Yeah, long before the Sprint ever was conceived. But the Alpha 1.1 update does allow you to specify your own palette. It also provided a alternate palette. Everybody was complaining about the default palette that JZI and TV uses. It's very green,
and it was off. I mean,
it was off.
If that's all we've got, I'm not going to not play it, but it was off.
No, it was. And so now they're going, if you're not using the alpha and you're waiting for the official release, you will be getting the option to, use this alternate palette that was actually made by a community member, M. Thompson. It's my understanding.
Mark Thompson.
Mark Thompson. Okay, yeah.
He's the one that does a lot of the manuals for homebrew games. You'll see his name in the credits of a lot of homebrews, along with a lot of manuals.
Yeah, my understanding is he created this palette a long time ago, and was kind of well regarded. And so the guys at PlayOn said, "Hey, we're gonna incorporate this in as an alternate palette." And so that's what inspired me Intellipal, because I'm like, oh, what's the difference between the default and this one? And then other people are releasing palettes, and I'm like, oh, what does that one look like versus this one? So I'm going into my Sprint and switching and starting a game and switching, and then kind of got the idea of, oh, maybe I want to mess with these colors. And so then just from there was like, oh, I want something that Rev is going crazy here with
he's sitting in his computer adding more games. Sorry, yeah. I'm not trying to distract you. I'm trying to keep up with posting comments while you talk. I'm listening to you, but posting these.
Yeah, and I could go in and just start showing it here, and so people can get an idea. Like I said, I kind of come from a Sprint perspective, because that's where I'm kind of into this.
Yeah, and that's the hot topic right now. Like a lot of us YouTubers, like, yeah, the games are for the original consoles, the Sprint, but so many new people. The Sprint is the hot topic, so that's what we focus on. But I'll also say, yeah, this works for OG consoles, or I do that. But the Sprint's the hot topic. You got to go with what's hot,
right? And with that 1.1 update, each game you could technically choose your own palette. So that's kind of a spirit here too. So
now that's awesome, because sometimes you play a game and it just looks a little off, when you're doing this palette stuff, but then if you set it to that and then you go to another game, it's like, oh, that looks a little different.
Yeah. Yep.
Once you get into this and learn how to do it, being able to get each game, at least, or maybe you just want to do the games you love and play the most. Maybe not all
exactly.
Of them. But
that's
you can
exactly
use
right.
something that's close for most of them, but then they get, like, say, Burger Time or Night Stalk, the games you really love, you can get those perfect and have their own palette, and then when you play it, every time it looks perfect.
Exactly. And so Intellipal just helps you get there. And I think I'm going to show horse racing initially, and then maybe another one.
Whenever you go to present, let me know first, because I have to change.
Yeah, I'm ready to jump in.
Okay, and I always forget which one it is. Okay, so go ahead and click present. I don't see anything yet.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay. I think I actually clicked the right one too. I did.
Yeah, so that looks right. Now like you were saying earlier, getting confused at what you're looking at.
Yeah.
When I was showing Sprint Game Manager last time, there's a few times where I'm like, what am I driving here? Because I'm looking at the screen here and there. But I'll probably be looking to my right here a little bit when I'm running this. So I'm just going to jump in, and people, I think you'll get a good sense. I'll show what a palette file looks like, and we'll kind of see what this thing can do, and maybe how it can help if you're interested in setting up your own palettes. So I have it running. It's just a Windows application. I don't have a Mac version. I tried it. There's some things I do here that aren't working well, so I might have to change things to get there. But for now, Windows only, out at GitHub. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in. The application is just sitting here on my left, it just shows all the colors that are in the palette that you have selected. When you first open this application, I just give you a default one. This is built in. So this isn't an actual file per se, but it is all the standard colors. One thing about Intellipal is you don't really have like a new button to say like, oh, I want a new palette. You always derive from an existing one. And so I give you the default and we can derive from that one. So what I'm going to do is I can't technically save over top of the default. So I'm going to create a new palette and we're going to call this one horse racing. That's a classic game where you kind of maybe want to change the colors. So what I did here is now I have two palettes that are actually exactly the same, but this horse racing one is the one I'm going to modify. And we're going to go ahead here and look at what that looks like. And this is an example of a palette file right here. It's literally just 16 colors. You can have comments, and that's it. And it has the hex representation in, here for the 16 colors. So it's just a text file. That's it. That's a palette file. And then in Intellipal, if you have this horse racing selected, and let's say, I have dark green here, I can go in here and say I want it darker. And so line 5 here, if I apply that, and it shows that it's pending to save, I could come in here and save that, and it just updates that file. So that's kind of a base, thing of Intellipal is it just lets you change and select colors and updates the right spot in the file. But that's really not the interesting part. That's not too hard, but that's nice. Where the interesting part with Intellipal comes is we can start a game. So I could go here and choose horse racing, and it opens on my other screen. And I'm going to bring over horse racing here. And so now I have the emulator running. I forked the emulator to be able to sync up with my program. So it's a special one that when you download Intellipal, you'll have this JZ Intv PAL emulator. And here we can go in to horse racing, and I'm just going to let's see what we got here. I like to get, so now we have pink and blue. Those are good ones to kind of play around with. So I'm going to go ahead and just remember how to do this. And we'll bet on pink here. And I'm just going to start up the game. And so I'm going to pause the game here. And here we can see with the default palette, I guess this is blue. I guess this is pink, right? It's these awful colors. Yeah. So let's go ahead and
what colors are those?
Yeah, right. Once again, the alternate palettes are a lot better. But let's go ahead here and actually make this blue. One thing we can look at here now that I have this loaded, this is my game session 1 here. We can see what colors are actually being drawn on the screen by what I call traffic lighting. So this green ones, these are all on the screen right now. And so I think, this light blue is not really light blue. So we can come in here and say, I want it blue. And we apply that, and it immediately shows us in the game what that looks like. So we can play, and we can say, what does that blue look like? I like this blue better. It's just allows you to sit here and kind of find the blue you like. And we'll do the same for pink, which is labeled magenta here. And we'll do a real pink, apply. So what were my colors? So another thing we can do is I'm like, what the heck is this? Oh, that's violet. So is that must be using purple. one thing we could do is sometimes I'm looking at this screen and I'm like, I don't know what color that, what color here is that graphic. So what I can do here is I go, I think it's this one. I can isolate. And when I isolate, it puts everything else to black and only shows that color.
Oh, wow.
So
And
that's
you get
a nice
that contrast as well.
Yeah, we could see exactly, oh, that's where that is. So let's go back here. And
I guess, yeah, that too. It also shows you exactly where it is if it's a small piece.
Yeah, and I don't know what violet is, so we'll leave that. So that's good. And we can kick off the game and go ahead and save this settings here. But what's another thing that we can do with Intellipal is while the game is running, we can hot swap palettes, and I can go back to see what it looked like on the default.
Ah, better one, better two.
Yeah, and we can kind of compare it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. So we'll see here this if it falls off. So let's go ahead here and we're going to open a different game because to show some other features of this. But that's the basics of doing that. Let's load Pitfall, because here what I'm going to do is and I'm actually going to bring in and here if we go to the palettes folder, here we see my horse racing palette. So there Intellipal has its own folder for managing its palettes. I'm going to go ahead and grab these. Oh, I could just drag them onto here. And so now we have these palettes. This is the one that comes on the Sprint as the alternate. This is just a grayscale one that's out there that's been around forever, but it's a fun one, and it kind of shows the contrast. This is the horse racing one I just made. I just changed a couple colors. Here's this 80s palette. This is I Am Berserk is the username out on Atari Age. This is a well-regarded palette that he made. These are palettes that are kind of universal. They're kind of built to work well and represent what the games look like in the past. So, yeah, I see. How do you load a palette?
Yeah, I'm starring them all so we can answer all the questions as soon as you're done.
I should have been prepared to do that better. So let's go ahead here. We have our Pitfall. I'm going to go ahead and enter it into the game. And I'm going to actually work off this Sprint alternate palette. This, if you look at the default, this is what you would get on the Sprint. And now when when you get the update and you can go to the alternate palette, you're going to get this.
That's the Mark Thompson one.
Yeah. Yep. That's what yep. And I pulled that off the Sprint update file. I'm going to go ahead here and base my new Pitfall. I always put palette in my name here because I use Sprint Game Manager to find the palettes on your USB drive. It looks for files with a certain extension, but it has to have the word palette in the name because people are using CFG, or the palettes are oftentimes have a CFG extension. Well, the games have a CFG extension, so it's like, well, how do I know what's a palette, what's not? So I stress, like, if you're using Sprint Game Manager or you're doing this for the Sprint, put the word palette. It's a good naming convention regardless in your name, and then Sprint Game Manager will find it. So here we have this guy, and what I'm going to show here is really changing the colors. Like, I always, like, this feels so green to me. If we go here, I think this green here is, yeah, it's this brown, which is kind of green. So I want to make this just brown, not this brown, but that brown, right? And this green back here, the light green in the trees, I'm going to I always have to just look to see what is actually what I'm changing. This one I'm actually going to do kind of a dark gray feel to it.
I gotta say, this is just awesome. I knew it was awesome when I asked you to come on and talk about it, but geez. And every game being different, being able to change all the colors. If you're colorblind, being able to change the colors to help you see the games more. It's just like every game exactly how you want it. It's like, it's just amazing.
Yeah, and you always could do it in the just by editing the files, but then you'd have to go over, load it up. Here, the idea is real time. Just play. It's actually kind of fun, even if you're not doing it. And I'm gonna change this yellow green. I always have to isolate because I'm just not quite sure what it is. This I'm gonna really go off. Yeah. So here you see it. I've started to change it. I'm in the game, but oftentimes when you're messing with this stuff, you're kind of like, well, I based this on. I'll go ahead and save these. I based this on the Sprint alternate palette, so I can jump back and forth here. But another thing we could do is, if I'm really curious about how much I'm varying, I could go to this reference palette, and I'm going to use the whoops, I need to refresh here. I'm going to go to the Sprint alt palette as my reference, and I'm going to do a vertical split.
Oh,
and
that's sweet.
So now I have the palette. Sometimes I have to navigate away and come back to get my controls to go back to the game. It's drawing with two different palettes, and I can really see, this is really nice when you're like, what palette do I want to use? Like, if you got different palettes. So yeah, I can actually see it and side by side. And here we can go and we could say, I want to change that water to be a much lighter blue. And so I'm changing, just this white is also the fire. So I like to, I was like, well, what do I want that fire to look like when I get to it? I'm not going to play the game that far, but maybe something like that. So here we see an example of, kind of customizing a game, like way off, but it's kind of fun. On your USB drive, you can have the same game on there twice. So you could have, like, you could put Pitfall on there, and then you could have my custom Pitfall. So you could have both if you're like, I want the traditional one, but then maybe have this alternate one as well.
Talking about having two games on the Sprint and then naming them a little different, so all the files are each their own, and then having different color palettes.
Yeah, and this isn't on the release I have out there yet, but I'm gonna do a new release of Intellipal with just some features. This refresh is one that somebody asked for, and I agree. I liked it. I just had to use it now. But the screenshot feature, actually, when you do a screenshot in Intv, it's this 320 by 200. I went in and had it scale inside the emulator so you could take screenshots at a higher resolution that are better, in my opinion, than if you took the small one and scaled it up. Well, guess what?
Oh, wow.
This 640 by 400 screenshot, and I could take a screenshot here, and it'll go to my, it should go to my, yeah. So this here, annoying here, is that screenshot I took. Here's that. It's that 640 by 400 is exactly the size that the snaps.
For the game, for the Sprint.
Yeah, this is the resolution that the snaps use. So the screenshot, which is coming, you won't see it today if you have Intellipal or downloaded it today, but hopefully this week sometime I'll upload this. We can actually take screenshots at that step size, and for me, they're better. They're more crisp than when you take the small ones and blow them up, as we can see here. So, but that's neither here nor there. And then I think the other thing I want to highlight here, I think on this one is I'm going to go ahead and close this and choose, I think this resolution's a good one. And I'm going to go ahead and just open a bunch of games here. My brown on my Pitfall palette made that title screen brown. But this idea that you can, let's open that guy, have multiples of these. So what's nice about this is you can see across games what all these look like. I'm going to just bring up 4 of them. We'll do burger time as well. I don't know. So here we can go into Night Stalker, go into Adventure, go into here. And now when I hot swap palettes, I can see on all of these, what is it doing? This is my Pitfall palette on these other games. And you can see Cloudy Mountain really got weird.
Yeah, you can definitely see why you would want one for each individual game on something like you did for Pitfall.
And if you were wondering what the default palette looked like with these games and then the alternate palette, you could quickly see that. And then we could change and we can isolate. So we could see here with the traffic lighting now, like I can go up here and say, this is Treasure of Tarman. This is Cloudy Mountain. We can put up to a 3-character thing here, but we could, the traffic lighting becomes more interesting here. Night Stalker. So now by putting that little code in there, now we can see our traffic lighting. I can see exactly what colors each one's using. We can see the blinking yellow. It's real time of what color is actually being drawn on the screen right now. So I can see that, oh, they all use this brown. And I could say, where does the brown show up in each one of those games? So now I can kind of get a good sense of, what I'm changing and what it looks like. And we could change this brown to be, this kind of this ugly brown and just see what that looks like. We can go real dark on the green, and it's just kind of fun to see the impacts, and we can see them across games. This is nice if you're kind of trying to create that general palette. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about Intellipal. Oh, then these files here you can put on your USB, and then if we want, I can show what that looks like to add to your game.
Yeah, if you can do that. That we have some questions starred, not a lot, but that is definitely one, is how you get them into the Sprint and use it.
Yeah, I use Sprint Game Manager.
Yeah, if you guys don't have Sprint Game Manager, you definitely should check out his videos. We had him on talking about it. You definitely, if you have a Sprint, you want to get Sprint Game Manager. It's free. It's on PC, Mac. I should have had the link ready to go, but I don't.
Yeah, of course. It's I actually got to do a new version of Sprint Game Manager as well. I think I don't know why that's not loading right here.
I know everyone's gonna love to hear this, but I'm actually getting hot. I had to turn on the fan. I know everyone everywhere is like this freezing weather, but it's hot
like
here.
2 here where I am.
It's hot, and I'm upstairs, so it's always hotter upstairs than downstairs. Yeah, this is like Steve. Like I needed to have more free time to mess around with things.
I know.
This is now I'm going to be like every game its own artwork, and then all these games having their own color palettes. It's like I'm never gonna stop messing with the Sprint.
Yeah, my Sprint Game Manager on this machine here. Oh, I probably haven't downloaded it. I'm on a machine that I don't usually use. We'll see if it comes up. I want to then show. What's the easiest way to show this? In the JSON files on the Sprint, once again alpha 1.1. so if you're not using,
you have to have the update from Atari Age. If it's alpha 1.1, if you need to know how to check yours, if you need to know where to get it, send me a message. I'll definitely gladly help you guys out.
I'm gonna see if I have. Oh, good. I do have one. Let's go back here and bring up my editor. This is the JSON. This has an example of a JZ INTV extra setting in the file here, and so it expects you to put in this GFX-palette setting, and then whatever your palette name is. And once again, if you're not familiar with these JSONs, but this is where your name is and what I call metadata in the Sprint Game Manager. But this file is a per game file. So on any game, you can add this JZ INTV extra setting. And I put a keyboard hack file in here that adds a quit, reset, pause as well. But this is the one for the palettes, and it's that simple. It's not hard. Sprint Game Manager will just add this for you. It'll find the palettes on your thing and just add it. I wasn't prepared on this machine to show it with that.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. Like I said, we can help people as well. Reach out to me if you're having issues, and we'll get you set up. But yeah, that's amazing. It's like, yeah, and like I said earlier, if you have time and you want to do every game, sure. But maybe I'm going to focus on my favorites or games that I wish the colors were just a little better. And then as I have time, just playing around with this in the split screen and having multiple games open and real time being able to adjust all the colors, that's just awesome. Even if I'm not doing anything, I just want to mess around with it and just try it out.
Yeah. I you kind of get anal about this stuff, and I was kind of like, what does it look like when I'm using this palette and not this palette? So this is just a nice way to quickly visualize all that. I reset the settings there. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. Any other questions?
So let's go through the questions, and then if it's something you need this up, I've just been starring them. So we had a comment from 8-Bit Widgets. I wanted to do some 3D effects using chroma depth glasses. Is there a particular palette that would be ideal for that?
You know, I'm not probably a great person to answer that question, but if on the Atari Age forums, Rich Nagel is the handle. He's a good resource of information on palettes. I've looked at some of his postings, and he's posted on my thread for the Intellipal. He did some stuff. So there's, I think it might be on the Intellipal thread on Atari Age in the Intellivision Sprint forum. I think there's Rich Nagel. He was doing some chroma depth stuff with the Space Patrol. Is that the game?
Yeah,
I think
the
Moon Patrol clone must be
one of the early homebrew games. Great game, still holds
up.
Yeah,
he was messing around with Intellipal and making a chroma depth one that he said he was kind of happy with.
Huh.
Yeah.
Next question from Tofu. How do you load a palette for a game? How do you swap palettes? How many palettes per game can you have? You would have to have a separate game setup on there for each color palette, right? Like we talked about.
Yeah, I like if we're
Some of
talking
these
the
may have
Sprint,
been answered, but
yeah, if you're talking on the Sprint, you configure it, and that's how it's configured. Now you could swap out you can update the Sprint with your own palette or a different palette. A lot of people use this I Am Berserk's 80 palette here that he made, and that would be the alternate palette on the Sprint that you can swap out in the menu. But that's for all games that don't override it with the palette setting and the setting. But yeah, it's not like there's a hot swap on the Sprint.
yeah,
You'd have to either
each
like
game.
yeah.
Can you change the Pitfall character's shirt color? It's like I think you did that.
I did do that.
Yep. So that one, I'm sure he saw that.
I changed it from green to like a yellow almost, or a little brighter.
Yeah, I love that, being able to tweak each game however you want. It's like that's like something you always wanted to do, but now it's like a reality. Quick shout out to Roger Matthews, gifted 10 Intellivision Gamer memberships.
Nice.
I could not see who got them, but congrats to you all. Appreciate that, Roger. And then once you change a color, it changes the color every time it's used.
Yeah. So if I'm understanding that question right, like
I guess you would have that two parts, because if you used a blanket palette for every game, it's every time that color would come up in any game. But if you had a game specific game, and that's the question, whenever you change that color, anywhere else that color shows up, it will also change that, whatever the 16 out of the 16 colors you have, right?
yeah. So there's 16 colors, and when you change it, that's the new color for that color, wherever it is. Maybe the question would be, or maybe the angle of the question is, see the Scorpion, which is normally white.
Yeah.
Is I changed it to this more orange color. That changed the colors up here, and the fire in Pitfall, if you remember, is white.
Yep.
If now it's going to be this color as well. It's not like I could say the Scorpion's white and the fire's not white.
Yeah.
No, if it's white, it's going to change.
Every version of white or whatever you change it to in a specific game is going to show up that altered color.
Right, because all of this is all the alligators, the pants, and this up here is green. If I make this a darker green and apply that, it put that darker green in there. That was all of them. I don't know if that's the question, but
yeah, I think you got it.
It's kind of universal.
Now, here's one from Rev of Intellivision Revolution. Can you change colors and then save the colors in a new ROM? Like say I'm assuming he's asking if I want to change the colors in one of my games that I'm putting out, can I have that file, change it, and then release it with that color change? You would just change the JSON file, right?
Can you change colors and then save the colors in a new ROM? Like save the color. I know Rev here makes ROMs, so I'm
assuming he's asking. Well, maybe he's being a little bit, but like I'm guessing that he's talking about, like, say he's releasing a game,
right,
and he wants to go in and change the color palette and then save that and then sell it this game for the Sprint guys, where it's already using the modified palette. But he can do that as long as he includes it in there and has a JSON file set up, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if you can embed. That would be a question for Rev. Like, I don't know if this creates this file, right? So my Pitfall palette, that was kind of my Pitfall palette with the gray background and the yellow shirt or what have you, is this file. So if you could provide, if a ROM can provide its own colors,
basically you're just like how you're modding a game and loading a custom color palette. I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never built a ROM, so I don't know how to do it. But it
would be no different than creating a custom palette, if that's what he's asking. than creating a custom palette for loading a Sprint game, right?
Right. One thing I could see is when you have a ROM, if you're a game developer, you could provide a recommended palette for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
that
work
way
as
too.
well.
You could just buddy it up and say, hey, this was my vision for this game, and here's you can use any palette, obviously, but if you configure your game for this one, this is what my vision was. So yeah, if you're I'm just talking, thinking off the top of my head here, but for sure, this is just a nice way to make those, or to see what they're these went to sleep. This I could see game developers maybe using Intellipal to kind of see what their game looks like. Easily.
There's all kinds of uses, but now it's like I
Yeah.
said, thanks to you, I'm going to be needing even more time to go through all the games and play with the software.
Yeah, you have to break out your Windows machine right now. If there's interest and people care, I'll work on a Mac. I have to change the paradigms. I'm hosting these games inside a window.
I mean, I have both. I have more PCs than Mac, but mainly what I use for streaming and everything here, I have an ultra wide monitor. I'm on a Mac, but need be, I can bring up my PC laptop. I have, a PC streaming computer in the other catty corner of this room, but it would be cool to have both because there are a lot of people that do have Macs, just like the Sprint Game Manager. I don't know what the downloads are like. I'm sure PC's a lot more, but Tofu's asking, how did Ben enable a global palette change? I don't know what he did, but they had it where you could change between the two, and there are ways to do custom, but he made it easy for everyone to do one or the other. Basically, they took the recommended palette from Mark Thompson, and you can change it. If you need to know how to do that, shoot me a message, and I'll gladly go over it.
It's in the menus. Yep. And that palette, that what I'm calling the alternate palette, but M. Thompson's one, is in the update file.
Yeah.
Zip
1.1 alpha.
You could pull it out. That's what I did. So when I was doing it, I pulled it off right off the update zip file. Yeah.
Can you change the alt built-in color palettes?
Yeah. Yes.
So you can change them in the Sprint?
Yeah. So you go to your update.zip file.
So basically
just replace the one that's on there.
So the one that's on there, if people want it to automatically default to Mark Thompson's, you can make that the default.
The default one you can't change. Where I was going with that is let's say you wanted the 80s palette that I Am Berserk made, or maybe you made your own and you wanted that one to be the palette that's used on your games
instead of Mark Thompson's. Okay.
You could go to your update.zip, introduce yours using the same name, and then run the update, and then yours becomes the alternate palette or whatever one you replaced it with.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the built-in palette, you can't edit, change anything, but that second one with 1.1 alpha, if you have a different palette you want to use for your alt palette, then you can change the one that they added.
That's right. And then run the update. Yep.
Can game input change the palette or game code somehow talk to it? Or is the palette defined at launch and that's that? Just imagining having a game have major color changes in game. It has to be done at launch, right?
It's done at launch. Now, I forked the emulator, so I live switch it. I even have two colors. I have two palettes at the same time, as you saw with my split.
Yeah.
Right. I had to create my own emulator to do that.
DJC, can we add hot dogs or tacos to this game? I don't know if you've seen him, but he does hot dog, and he has like little videos he plays, and he does the same thing. Did somebody say taco? A lot of people in chat will know what it is.
I can't help him with
that. Since the color palette update on Atari, has there been a newer update? That's not even on Atari. That's on Atari Age, but there hasn't been one yet. And believe me, I'm going to have that testing whenever it's available. I'm thinking it's going to be fairly soon. And as soon as I can tell you guys about it, I will definitely be doing that. But if you guys have any other questions for Steve, speak now or forever hold your peace. And then we'll move on to Caleb. So we'll wait, give everyone a quick second here. But man, I really do appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate that Intellipal. It's like that just, even if you're not doing anything, it's cool just to play with and check out the games and see what it looks like with different color combinations. But I can tell you right now, I'm going to do one for horse racing, changing the mud, or see whatever works out where you can make it look how you want. I really like that. And again, like we talked about, if someone's colorblind, you can change these games maybe, or make them a lot more playable for you, where you can actually, differentiate between certain things that might not be easy for you with the colors that are there.
Exactly.
Tofu saying, thanks, Steve. This is a brilliant app for palettes. Definitely is, hot off the release of the Sprint Game Manager, which, I mean, people owe you a ton because that saves so much time.
That to be honest, when I posted that, I thought that'd be cool if five people use it. 5 people use it. Hey, this was mildly useful for me. That would have been the coolest thing. And then it's kind of taken I say it's not mine anymore. It's the community's.
I mean, it really is great. And obviously already, but you caught the eye of Ben and, guys that are responsible for the Sprint. They thought it was amazing. And, it's like, here's Roger. Thanks for showing us that, Steve. Truly awesome stuff. It's like, I don't know what else there is, but if there's something else, I know you're going to be the guy that does it.
Maybe. I want to play my Sprint too. I enjoy doing this, but
believe me, I understand, because as a YouTuber, someone that's on every week, it's like there's a lot of people that get to play a lot more games than I do, because all my free time, I'm a really busy person, and all my free time pretty much goes to YouTube, doing this show all week, adding content, talking to, potential guests. It's like I play a little bit on the show. That's until this recent having a Sprint downstairs. A lot of my gameplays, whatever you see me do on the show, and if I'm testing beforehand, I don't get to play a lot, but I love doing the show. I love having people on. I love helping spread the word, and the Sprint's just rejuvenated that. But, it's like we all, you're doing cool stuff and you enjoy doing that cool stuff.
I mean, likewise, it's a great community. Ever since I've been doing this, it's just a great community. I wanted to mention Paisley Boxers is the handle on Atari Age forums, who does that overlay maker.
The overlay maker? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I just seen it on a link, and I'm like, that is really cool. I need to find the links, because I need to add those to the description, because those are 2 big ones. I need to add Intellipal, and I need to add that overlay one, because those are really cool, especially for Sprint. I mean, not many people are going to print their own overlays, but to make them digitally for the Sprint, that's awesome.
So I did a video for Intellipal too. I'll drop both links in the chat here.
Okay.
For the where to get it and my video.
Perfect.
If you wanted to post that either way.
Yeah. You did you say you have the links?
I'll put it in the chat here.
I think you can, or maybe as a guest, I don't know if you can add links, or if you can't, you can try one. If it doesn't work, then put it in.
I'm at the studio chat.
Oh, you're in studio chat? Okay, yeah, drop them in private chat, and then I'll link them over.
Yeah, just so you have them.
Okay. We'll drop those links in for you guys, because you definitely want to pick these up. And then here, we've just a few minutes here, we'll have Caleb on to talk about his new product and the product. What do I call it? Product highlight. So that's what I call it whenever Caleb or someone else comes on. This is something different because it's software, but product highlight is for hardware. And whenever someone has a new something that's hardware, we'll pop them on for 5-10 minutes, show it, talk about it, and then go on to the next segment. And then, like I said, guys, we are going to test out. In fact, let me go look at it while he's getting the links. There is... Oh, what is this? Stream settings. There is... Okay, unlist live replay once stream ends. There is something that lets you stay live after the show. And now I'm not seeing that same button. I probably won't be able to find it. Your activity.
I mean, for the links, or
Are you getting the links now, or are you talking about later?
I was saying later. I put them in the chat, but just don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I see them now. So
But
copy
you have to
link
mess with that.
address. And I need to go back to live chat. Awesome, Sarah. Glad you got one of those. So there I posted Intellipal latest release. That is what we were showing off here. And this will be... Oop, I clicked it and opened it. Instead, copy link address. This will be Steve's video from his YouTube channel. And you definitely want to follow what Steve's doing.
I'm not a YouTuber. My videos are horrendous, but I want to at least tell people so people can start to use it, because sometimes it's not obvious what's all going on.
Yeah, I mean, and like there's a lot of people that even if you're not a YouTuber, you're putting out just like what you're doing right now. That's a YouTuber, man. It's like that's how everyone starts too. It's like you're doing a great job. You're able to show it off. People, see it like me. I see it. Then you come on the show. Pretty soon it spreads like wildfire.
I'll let my kids know that then. That I'm a YouTuber.
You're a YouTuber.
That's
You're
right.
on it right now. You have your own channel. You post successful videos that are full of a lot of cool stuff, and that's all it takes. All right. Is there anything else before we move on to the next segment?
No, I think that's it. I really appreciate it again.
Yeah, it was my pleasure having you on again. I thank you for taking time out of your evening and
For sure.
coming on to tell us all about Intellipal. It's awesome.
Very cool.
All right. Well, next thing you come up with, we'll have you on again.
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
All right. Have a good night, Steve.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. There was Steve with another cool product. Man, the Sprint Game Manager, Intellipal. What will he come up with next? It's like he's going to come up with something that you had no idea that you needed. All right, guys. So before we get into the regular segments, because it's almost time for DJC as well, we're going to bring on Caleb and the product highlight, and we are going to talk about his new product. So I see him. He's ready there. Let's bring on Caleb. He's no stranger to the show. What's going on, Caleb?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Yes. So I know it's incredible all the cool stuff that's going on right now with everything, and so it's very exciting to see. That was really to see him be able to play with the palettes in real time was really slick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, and being able to adjust them all
For sure.
So you've got stuff to show as well as talk, right?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
real quick.
I gave you the big screen.
I see that. Thank you. I'm honored. So I mean, I think a lot of you already know I made the couplers. That was actually the very first thing I actually made for anything for the retro game community. Was like my first little widget.
What about that? Was before the adapters?
Yeah. Well, you mean the couplers were like that was the very first thing I actually came up with that was like a thing. And then I did the adapter.
The flashback adapter.
Yeah, no, that was all kind of like a chain. It's like you learn one thing, like they made Robotron for the. It's like the couplers became a whole body, life of its own because like hey, they made Robotron for the 2600. I'm like, oh really? Oh, that's cool. Let's make a coupler for that one. And the latest coupler I got to work on is basically going to take an adaptation of this particular Wyco controller and make a coupler for it. Some guy asked for it. I'm like, yeah, sure, I could do it. It's like it's oftentimes it's basically customer driven. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people ask for something, I'm like, yeah, like I got to go back and still make the Odyssey 2. I have a friend who's been very patient, but there's an Odyssey 2 adaptive kit I want to make that basically takes it so you're wired Odyssey 2 systems with a fairly simple operation. It is still have to kind of open it up and stuff, but the Odyssey 2 is actually really easy to get into. And it basically will let you replace those controllers with little like dongle type things that would give you a male, a removable controller adapter. And then also make a little case for your formerly wired controller so they could actually be used with it.
Yeah, and it's a simple plug. Once you're inside the console, it's a plug in there.
Yeah, exactly. It's so it's not a big ask. And I think it'll be, I think Odyssey players would be able to handle that. So, so anyway, so that's another one. But yeah, so So as you all know, probably, like I said, I made the couplers, then I made the one for the Sprint, and I had to kind of change my approach to the Sprint because, of course, it had the flat back, right? My original idea was basically to make it, go into the back of it. So I had to rethink my entire approach to it, and so I came up with a different version, which then got me thinking. Hey, Mr. Poe. So basically, it got me thinking, like, maybe I should take that similar approach because the back grip thing. And here's the other thing: I just had a guy. I made one for the flashback, and I made it in this brown filament instead of the black I usually use. And I hadn't really vetted the material, and apparently, when he popped it in, it cracked. And I'm like, that's that sucks. So let's get you a replacement. But I was like, you know what? I was already kind of like thinking about maybe redoing it. And basically applying this new flashback approach to the originals. So that's what I was working on the other day, and I was showing you kind of some screenshots, but these are kind of the final versions, and it's kind of cool. You'll see. So this version is what will work with the flashback, Sears, and in 2609 controllers. So there's no longer a need for a flashback specific version like I had before.
Now how did you do that where they work with all of them?
Well, they're all basically the same shape. The flashback was in this area. Now in the back, the area there was a slight variation in the width for the grip for the flashback to hold. So it's like maybe 1/8 of a millimeter, or like 0.8 millimeters difference. But it was enough to make the grip go from working to not working or being too loose.
And man, that's got to be so much easier for you to have one for all of those.
Yeah. Now I did still have to make one for the Intellivision too, though, because it is a bit of a deviation. So those are now available. You know
what else? Like I think the early ones, like I'm looking at them going, crap, I don't know which one this is for.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. That was always kind of a thing. I didn't want to put like words, and I was also, my 3D printing skills at the time were still pretty early, and I just never really revamped it. I went with like dots rather than, I was like, because I didn't want to put a bunch of words like 2609. It just seemed kind of tacky. But I do have a technique now I use where I'm able to actually, now it's probably looking reverse to you guys, but if you look on the back area, you can now read, it'll say FB for flashback and 2609. Yep. So now it's really easy on the back rather than the front can just be, without any,
your logo.
Well, it's a little 8 thing. But yeah, I thought that looks a little cleaner. I didn't like the idea of branding the front of it and stuff. So yeah, so from now on, then this is like it's 3D printed inside the material. It'll never come out. It's just permanent.
Nice.
Part of that. So yeah, so that's basically been the. So I want to put a thing out too. If there anybody who already has bought these before, basically, if you want, I can. If you would like the replacement version or something, I mean, I'm basically happy to do a very, very discounted, like 50% type of deal, basically covering materials and shipping. If you like the new version, because obviously you all bought the earlier version, and I think this generally is it's a better iteration and version. So I definitely want to put that out for folks, and that's typically how I've done it in the past. With if I make an improvement on a product and a person's already bought a previous version, I'm happy to upgrade them to a newer, revision. So just feel free to message me on, 8bitwidgets@gmail.com or through Facebook or through Atari Age. All 8bitwidgets.com is on Atari Age. And I'm happy to send you guys stuff.
That's awesome, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I know what you mean about the whole, like, too busy to actually play games. It's like, I keep wanting to write code. I've got my book right here in front of me. And I'm just but I'm working on 4 of these, the flashback to Intellivision adapters. Someone ordered 2 sets. So I'm like, I'm over here cutting wires while I'm listening to your show.
Whenever you create content or products of any kind, or you're making games or publishing games, or, you're actually on that side of it, there's so much less time to watch videos. I try my best and I watch a lot of YouTube, but there's something has to give. So for me, it's gameplay. But like I said, I've been saying for a while, now that I have my Sprint downstairs, and I'll soon have one in the new edition upstairs, and wherever the family's hanging out, if they're doing kind of their own thing, I'm going to throw on Intellivision, and I'll have my, one of my ROM builds just sitting there ready to go. And, I can play Intellivision. So I'm going to get a lot more gameplay in with the Sprint. Yeah. Like I've said before, for some reason, when I come upstairs, my wife acts like I went out to the bar with my buddies and I'm coming home at 3 a.m. If I come up here, it's like it's this horrible thing that I spend time up here. But if I'm downstairs doing the same thing I'm doing up here, playing Intellivision games, she's fine. because I'm down there where everyone else is.
Right. Yeah. No,
I don't know what the difference is because
Well,
if
it's
I'm
like
in
the
another room, it's another room.
Well, it's like when you asked that you did the survey at the beginning. I was like, I'm still just a 45 basic player at this point when I have played it because I haven't had time to even get into all that stuff. So I'm kind of waiting. At some point, I'm probably going to say, Casey, where can I go to get the 125 ready, one and done type of deal? Because I really just don't see myself wanting to get into the weeds with that either any more than
it takes a lot of
people.
time. Mike McMaster is the main one I know, and he has it posted up. It's just the 125, like nothing that people shouldn't have. But it's really cool to have the 125, and I can send you the link. Whenever you're ready. Yeah, and it's pretty much you unzip it and you drag it to your USB stick. It's that simple.
Yeah, I love it. And seeing the other ones that like David's offering and the Rev is offering.
So I just got that one. David, 38 of his games, which are a lot of them are great. All the free stuff, $15. He did all the artwork, and just one download, one click, and you've got all that stuff. And I'm going to show it here in a little bit. But that was a no-brainer for me. I did it. Support them for one, and get all that stuff there. Like I said, I have a build like that where I'm taking everyone else's, but then I have my own personal build where I'm doing things how I want them, screenshots how I want them, and box art, my own stuff. Like I want to do that. I want to experience it, but it's not going to be overnight for me. I just don't have the free time.
Oh, that's
right.
Overlay,
I need to order those new things you've got, so don't let me forget because I want to get them here.
Sure.
But
and overlay editor, that was slick too, right? That was like for homebrew developers like myself. Like I want to get into making games, and I mean, I would obviously want to make overlays, but I mean, I can do it. I could get into a GIMP or whatever and make something, but that would save so much time just to get right in there and have the proportions and everything lined up right, so you're not having to kind of reinvent the wheel, because that's what it would have taken earlier. I would have had to like scan an original and then overlay it and then try and line our own graphics, and that could take hours.
That was pretty extensive too. I mean, everything. The community's stepping up. I mean, people are making products. People are, like Steve coming out with software. You've got, I forget the guy's name already, but I feel bad. But the guy did the overlay thing. It's like just the community just bringing all these things to us and giving us all the tools so we can have even a more fun with our sprint. But before I move on, why don't you tell everyone just real quick? Some people might not know who you are. I know you've been on here like 10 times, but
I think my camera might have cut off.
Tell people who you are, where they can find you, and quickly give us an overview of the products that you have available. We'll give him a quick second here to come back on. If you can hear me, I can't hear you at all now, Caleb. Give him a quick second here. So Chuck is going to come on in a little bit. We are going to do that segment, and then we did run a little late. I was trying to be good, but there's just so much good content. 3 guests. It hasn't been easy today to keep it a shorter show. But we are going to have lots of cool stuff. We're going to have top 5. We're going to talk about all the Elektronite games. Chuck and I, DJC Game Studios. We're going to talk about our top 5. Oop, now he's popped all the way out. So I'm assuming he'll be back in a minute. So I'll just move on with mail call. I don't have a large mail call. It is sprint related. So this is all I have this week. I bought 8-bit dough. Let me switch over here. See, I caught it because I could see 2 screens of myself. I bought 8-bit dough wireless adapter, and this is USB wireless adapter 2. And then this will let me hook up Xbox controllers. I tried Series X, and I was playing in the living room with a Series X wireless controller. And I also bought these. These were off Amazon. I got 2 of the adapters because player 1, player 2. And if I use them quite a bit, I'll have to buy 2 of those for every console I have in the house. And this is a wired controller, and it is it Series X? I can't remember what it's. I think it's Series X. Designed for Xbox. I actually don't remember seeing it, but it is an off-brand Power A, and it's a 10-foot wired controller. So some living rooms you can have the console down and still be at your couch. mine that'll work from where the couch is anyway. So I haven't tried these yet, but I'll try them and let you guys know. But that's all I picked up for today for mail call, and I'm looking forward to trying those out on my Sprint downstairs. Homebrew Highlight. We'll wait for Caleb to come back in. I'll just keep going. I don't see Chuck or Caleb. DJC, I'm ready when you are, buddy. So Homebrew Highlight this week is going to be an Intellivision Revolution game, and it is Triple Challenge 3. Now, this is also available. I showed it to you recently on Revs website, digital purchase. I believe it was $15. Hopefully I'm right on that. So there's the box. There's the back of the box. Caleb's back. Give me 1 second, Caleb. And then you have the overlay in the old style Triple Challenge fashion. They weren't full color. They are inside, though. And then you have the overlays for the games that are included. 1,000 Miles, Gold Digger, and Jomrati. Jomrati is a dice game. 1,000 Miles is a card game. And boy, the name of that game that it's after, it's right there on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. When you see it, those of you that know, you'll know. And Gold Digger is where you have pieces of gold. There's lots of different settings, and you find the pieces. It's a puzzle type game. So let me go ahead and pop up the screen. But first, before I show you the gameplay, let me let Caleb finish so we can let him be done. So here we go. So why don't you tell us first you were just sound and then you were gone.
Yeah, I've got a couple of USB hubs hooked up to this Mac, and I think something's loose and it freaks it all out. And everything just locks up. So
for anyone that doesn't know who you are and the products you have, tell us who you are, where we can find you, and real quick, run through the products. Sure.
Yeah. So like I said, I focus primarily on making various accessories for various 8-bit systems and hence 8-bit widgets, but various couplers for the Atari 2600 and 7800 and 5200. Pretty much virtually all the old systems had some kind of dual joystick game out there, and the Intellivision was no exception to that, with games that were benefited from things like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, what's up, Chuck?
What's going on? We're playing Turbo Graphics tonight. I got AirZonk queued up. That's what we're doing, right? Or is this Intellivision? Damn it! I always mess it up.
Right now, it's Caleb in the middle.
Yes. So I've been working. I just finished making one of these two. These are also something for some people in the community. And again, that's what really drives a lot of this stuff. Is basically, there you go. He's got his now. So there's that's the brown version, is a black version, but I just made this one for somebody. But essentially, for people who actually liked the feel of the old controller when they would hold it with the recess, if you look on the back of an original system, you can see how there's that recess. And people would play the system. They like to play it where they would actually kind of pinch this. It just made it easier for rapid playing. And with the flat back, you're kind of doing more of a gripping the whole thing, which is not necessarily a big deal for many games, like all games that this is the solution for. But if you play games like Space Armada or Astro Smash without auto fire, you can kind of find it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So this effectively offsets, hence the offshoot. You can now rapidly press the fire buttons, but you have the grip, the comfort of a pinching effect. So that's what this does in a nutshell. There's also a hole in the front there. You can also see you could actually charge it and or resync it if you need to access those buttons. So that was one of the things I kind of saw that was an interesting, issue or thing as well. And of course there's a coupler. Oh, I'm gone again. Did we lose you?
Well, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch anything at this point because I might freak out again. So anyway, but so in short, that's kind of what I do in a nutshell. And eventually I want to start getting into making games. Now there's also, of course, the NTNES and the NT Port, which are two really cool products. The NTNES at this point is just the things like we just added support. Yep, there you go. So we just added support for the XG1 and the Light Phaser Sega light gun. So you can actually now play Duck Hunter and future games that will be coming out for the original hardware. Unfortunately, this does not help Sprint users because the Sprint won't work with a traditional analog signal, so we can't do light guns. As far as I know at this point, I don't think it's even possible just because of potential latency. I know the emulator is pretty fast, but once you add emulation latency plus HDMI to analog latency, you're dealing with just
Too much latency.
right. Even 30, 40 milliseconds can just be too much. It's like it can still be real time as far as you and I are concerned, but for the 60 clicks per second going on that it's registering, a little bit of lag can make all the difference. So, but nonetheless, for original hardware owners, the NTNS is really interesting. Plus, they added the ability to do things like you can play it upside down. You can actually take what it basically does, as you saw in the picture, it gives you 2 Nintendo NES ports, as well as support for Super Nintendo and Famicom and all that. So yeah, so it's just been a really cool product. And so anyway, that's what I've been doing in a nutshell. And I would like to be, one of the things I'm trying to focus on is learning how to program games for the Intellivision, so I can actually create some games like light gun games for the NTNS to give more titles that take advantage of that capability.
That's awesome.
That and 4-player games, of course, with the ability to do things like, kind of like FUBAR, which actually FUBAR, if you all know, that game will work with an NTNS or NT port as is. Like you don't have to have an ECS or anything. You can play 4-player with that homebrew game. All you have to do is there's like a small hack you do to the ROM itself, the bin file or whatever, and you can play it. So. So I really want to try and produce some games that would actually take advantage of some of those capabilities. And I'm trying to think of anything else. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like I say, 8bitwidget.com, or you can find me on Atari Age. If you have any questions, happy to help. And I am very curious about the 3D effect. I definitely want to do some of that. And I did already get a response back from the fella. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the Intellipal. The guy is where'd he go? Rich Nagel. He replied back with the question I had about the color palettes and 3D.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm very curious to see how that goes. I bought these and I can't show you in the camera, but I actually bought these. They look like regular glasses, and they actually do give you that chromatic effect without, and you can buy the ones that are like the cheap ones, like paper and stuff, but these are like basically legitimate looking glasses that do that effect. So they're more durable. So I'll be able to prototype with those and test out things.
Sweet.
So yeah.
All right. Well, I thank you for coming on and showing us the updated version of the coupler and the other stuff that you do. It's always a pleasure having you on, Caleb. And I'm sure you'll be on again soon.
All right. Happy gaming.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. All right, Chuck.
All right. What are we doing?
We are going to talk, and let me finish real quick. Here is, I never do this one. So, okay. Here is the Triple Challenge 3 cart. And I showed you everything else. But one of them is is it Miles Bourne's? Is that the one that 1,000 Miles, that card game? Miles Bourne's? It sounds, I hope I'm getting that right.
I'm not sure. I don't have that one.
It's the one Brian's Man Cave did. Millsbourne's, something like that. And Gold Digger, you can see the screenshots there. One is a dice game.
She's a gold digger. Isn't that like a song or something? I don't know.
Sounds like 80s. So there it is. And you can get that digital from IntellivisionRevolution.com. They've got a digital store. And I just refreshed. I haven't seen anything new since Rev said that. 39 new things. The newest thing is Tempest, Pitfall 1, Christmas Special, Alligator Swamp, and I think that's it. I'll have to check against what I've already downloaded, but there's some different stuff in there now from when I just did it late last night. So that is it for that. Let me click over here. So what we are going to do is we're going to talk about Elektronite games for your Intellivision Sprint. We're going to talk about what's available and real quick. And then we're going to just go down, and Chuck and I are going to, say our top 5, going from 5 to our favorite. So we're going to each say our 5th, and then we'll each play that game just for a short time to show it off. And then we'll move on to our 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. And then Chuck, do you have a few minutes after the show's over too? Or do you have to get going?
Yeah, I should have a few. I'm like looking at my stuff right now here.
And that is only if there's a new feature that lets you stay live for members only. and I'm like, what am I going to do for content for members
Mhm.
only? So I figured we could do head-to-head with the original Donkey Kong, because it's this week's challenge game. So I figure if it works, we'll play it at the end if it doesn't work. But if it works, we'll give members a little, like an after party. And I was joking around with Phil and Mike's Gaming Gala saying, man, when they accidentally stayed live last week, I'm like, that'd be cool if you could do that, like, say, for members.
Yeah.
And I messaged them a few days later, and I'm like, dude, they heard us, because I see it as an option now. But right now I'm having a hard time finding it. But I'm going to try to find it before. And if not, we'll just do it at the end of the show. Unlist live replay once. That's something different. And yeah, I don't know where it was, but let's real quick. I want to talk about the poll. 56 votes. What build are you using for your Intellivision Sprint? Just the built-in 45. 29% of you chose that. My own build, 59% doing their own custom builds, which that's a lot of fun to do. And 12%, which I thought that was going to be higher, but that's awesome to see people are doing their own builds. 12% say they're using someone else's build. So that's pretty cool. So, all right. So Elektronite Games, I need a quick second here. I don't know if you saw, but I showed a quick couple seconds of AF2. William told me to show a little clip of your video, and then I told people to watch the whole thing on your channel. But that's looking pretty cool. Do you want to talk about that a quick sec and tell people who you are that maybe don't already sub to you?
The name's right there. That's it right there. This little name. If you guys like classic stuff, Intellivision heavy, really focusing on live streaming Intellivision games, Intellivision Sprint games, the homebrew community. One of my favorites is the Elektronite library. I can't really come up with a top 5, but I guess I can do 5 games. There is some that are now, the properties are changed over, I think a couple to Atari. So I know there's some on my list that you may not get right now, but they possibly you may get in the future. But
yeah, and that's fine. I mean, that's your top 5. I actually didn't include those just because I'm thinking, man, I know there's a couple other games I really like.
Yeah, because there's a couple of those that are just, but there's a lot. There's so much though. There's so much. But yeah, no. If my channel DJC Game Studios, if you love Intellivision, definitely hit notifications, hit the subscribe. I'm gonna always be streaming that a lot, as well as my other favorite thing is TurboGrafx 16 as well. So those are 2 heavy things, as well as obviously the Atari 2600 and 7800 and stuff, and the homebrews that those are made of. And I just love the homebrew communities. So like that's kind of what I focus on, is all the new homebrews or new games for old systems at this point, because a lot of these are licensed now, so it's even cooler, But that's what I basically do on my channel. And there may be a mantis or a banana that are hanging around as well. I don't know much about that, but find out. Come join us. We're a bunch of weirdos. Come join the club.
So I'm trying to go over to Elektronites. I've never had this happen before. My webpage set up in OBS is locked up. So I'm going to have to switch off here maybe and then switch back. I've never had that happen because I went back to the websites and it's not showing where I'm like, why am I still on that one? Let's see if it's working now. Oh, good. Okay. I had to like literally go to something else, turn it off, go back in. It wouldn't let me switch tabs. It was just frozen on.
Did you say
I could have been talking the whole time. Huh?
Did you say tab? You have tab?
Not Tab Cola, but I got tabs.
Man.
So this is Elektronite, Facebook Elektronite. Tab Cola. Crack that open and drink it.
It's already been opened.
So there are a lot of games available, and I might scroll down here for just a quick second. I thought it was on the top one still. Oh, it was. What am I thinking? So it's a pop-up. Does it okay, it shows the pop-up. Are you able to even read? Let me make myself bigger.
I mean, I couldn't see it even if it was bigger.
Man, I always sit there and click the wrong one. So there we go. So you have a lot of digital games available for your Sprint from Elektronite. We're going to go through different publishers on different shows, but this one is for Elektronite, and we're going to just quickly talk about what's available. If you search Elektronite on Facebook, there's also elektronite.net. And if you want to see someone stream, DJC streams Elektronite games along with all the others all the time, pretty much every damn day, which is awesome. You can like get on YouTube almost any time and see somebody going, especially DJC, which is I get it as much as I can. I always say two things. Nobody streams more Intellivision than DJC, and nobody watches more DJC than me. I sent him the screenshots. I'm the top 0.1%. Watch pretty much everything. But so we've got Elektronite games, and you've got A Tale of Dragons and Swords, AF, Cat Attack, DK Arcade, D2 Arcade, D2K Arcade, Defender of the Crown, Hover Bubber?
Yes.
Match 5, Infiltrator, Ninja Odyssey, Paddle Party, Robot Army, Star Mercenary, Steamroller, The Pandora Incident. Some of these say coming soon, but they are available now. Police Avenue Redux, Minehunter, which will be very shortly. Old School, Lost Caves of Kraz, and then from Homebrew Inc., you've got Cosmic Avenger D2K Arcade Special Edition. Why don't you tell them about some of those extra levels, Chuck? Are they easy or are they hard?
On D2K Special is extremely what do you want to say? It's for the guy. It's for the person that wants to be challenged. It is. It starts you off, and the first level is all these tiny little moving platforms that you have to jump, time your next jump, time your next. That is probably one of the hardest levels on the whole thing. Is the opening level, and it's punishing, but it makes you want to keep playing it and get better. I finally did one run through of all the levels, and I usually get killed on the second board on the second run through. But it keeps unlocking more boards, and it's such a, there's some crazy boards, man. There is some nutty boards, but I play that a lot. I'll be streaming it a lot. I really enjoyed it, and for the few bucks that it is, what, $12 or $5, whatever that one's going for. I think it might be $12.50, something like that. But it's so worth it, man. Like, all these games are worth it. And even some of their older titles or their simpler titles are only a few bucks, and they're insanely worth it, man. Absolutely. And by the way, the DK Arcade, I know a lot of people out there got that Donkey Kong Arcade, completely different.
Different game.
DK Arcade has the controls smoother, the response is better. The you can do the Japan order or the US order. All the voices are built in. You don't have to type in a code. It's just everything runs smoother, and it's a better version of that game, the DK version, which Elektronite sells. So, like, if you have Donkey Kong Arcade, you might want to consider doing the DK Arcade, because it's the better, and all the bug fixes that had to been done in that original one too were all fixed in there. It's a smoother running and better option game. So, just so you know.
All right, I'll finish the last through. I forget where that. So, Homebrew Inc., you've got Cosmic Avenger, D2K Arcade Special Edition, Fantasy, Clax, Mr. Chess, Omega Race, which both of us recently started playing for the first time.
I haven't got back to it, but I got to get. When I start up, I go, wow, I've missed out. Like, I didn't know that was a fun game. It really was.
I did that with Aardvark, and I even watched you and Retro Bliss play them, and I still didn't do it. And then once I tried it, I'm like, oh, man, I've been missing out. Pumpkin Trilogy, Stop the Express, Thunder Soldier, Wizard of War. These coming soon games are available now. Mr. Do, Napoleonic Wars, Phoenix, Pumpkin Trilogy 2, and Rick Dynamite. So all those games are available from Elektronite. You just, let me throw it up on the screen here. It's elektronite@hotmail.com. Let me go back to this. And I do have a banner for that so you guys can see it. So right there, elektronite@hotmail.com. I'll leave that up for a bit here since it's just down there at the bottom. If you want any of these ROMs that we just talked about, or any of the ones that we're going to talk about on our top 5 and play, this is where you email and tell him what you would like, and you pay for it. And very shortly, he will send you the files. So let me see here. So let's go. I got my top 5. And we might have some the same, but I don't know that we'll have them on the same, spot. But I'll start my number 5, or my top 5, my 5th favorite game. We're gonna go 5 down to our favorites. I picked Cat Attack. It's like a Rally X type game.
It's a fun game. It really
yeah,
is.
it's a fun game, and I chose that one for my number 5. And then we'll let Chuck tell us what he's going to pick for his number 5, and then we'll just show a little bit of gameplay on him. Are you prepared to do that, or?
Yeah. There's one on my number 5 that I don't have, but you might have, so you could maybe show off. I don't.
Okay, yeah, I have. I think if it's digital, I have them all.
Yeah, I still need to get all of them, and because I'm so used to playing my carts, on if I don't have a digital, I always played the carts.
Yeah,
if it wasn't
that's
on my
what I
LPO.
do.
Now being mainly hooked up to my Sprint, well, I don't feel like unboxing it, but my like I said, I love a lot of these games. An honorable mention was the physical cart of TNT Cowboy. I think that was a tremendous in-depth game.
Yes.
But I'll
Bomberman
start.
And what do you call it? Bomberman and what type game?
It's like Bomberman Zelda, like
Yeah.
RPG Bomberman Zelda, sort of like just because of the way of the top down, but it's like an adventure Bomberman, but it's with a cowboy and TNT. It's kind of cool. Old Western theme. You talk to people, you go in and get jobs, you clean out warehouses and forts. There's skeletons and ghosts, and it's a really fun game, and I really enjoyed playing through it. So honorable mention there, but I'll start mine, I guess, with the Lost Caves of Kraz, which is an old school game that came out. Speaking of that, that's on my list too. But Lost Caves of Kraz. I don't have it digitally on my Sprint.
So is that the one you want me to pop up to?
If you'd like to show that off, I do have Cat Attack, so I can head to head with that.
You can see chat too, right? Don't get mad. I got to throw up the chat. You can.
Yeah,
talk
I already got
that.
mad at that, and I'm going to ignore it. I'm just going to look the other way and be.
But we didn't verbally say hello to the Retro Creep, formerly known as Atari Creep. I hope you're still here. I did say hi, but I wasn't able to talk at the moment. But big welcome to Retro Creep. Make sure Bears fan Goomba's here as well. Retro Creep says the Mantis rules. Bears fan Goomba. I missed Tab. Chuck show Casey the members list scroller. I do know where that is. Yeah, Elektronite games are great. Every publisher has great games. That definitely. I think they're still working on it, but they add a little bit each time. I haven't heard that it's all the way up yet. It's up, it's still under construction. Exactly. Yeah, I said hi, but I wanted to make sure I called you out, sir. All right, so there's Cat Attack. So are you going to play Cat Attack and I'll do yours?
Yeah, if you want to, you know how to play Kraz. Have you got into that pretty far or no?
I don't know how to play it.
Oh, it's basically you go into a room and you got to learn how to get out of the room. It's like you have to move something, maybe move something in front of something so that it blocks a laser so you can walk through and then grab the key. And then it's kind of like a problem solving room per room to escape the room.
Okay, so I'm going to play Chuck's 5th choice because he doesn't have a digital. He's going to play mine. And here I have a choice of Thief, Rogue, Assassin. Pick Rogue. Oh, I got to pick a spot to save. Yeah, I have no idea
go into
what I'm doing.
The red door since you got the red key.
Oh, okay.
I actually want to watch this because I don't want to. I want to just watch you play it.
Well, you got to tell me what to do because I have no.
So
this is the
you're
first time
going
I've
to go
played
into
this.
one of the rooms. This is the red side, so you're going to go into that one. Disco Floor Death. Oh, maybe this one might be too. This might be back out of this one. This is too advanced. Try going into
Welcome to Kraz level 1. The door says switch to Kraz. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here, Chuck.
Here, let me. I can barely see. Hold on. So go to the switch up on top, the top right. Like eat those dots or pick up those dots, and then throw the switch up top right, and it should spell Kraz.
Red
Then
key.
you get another key.
Now, tell us a little bit about the game, because I obviously can't speak to the game. I'm just showing it off.
So
But-
it's a really fun game where you can every room is problem solving. Like you have to like clear each room, and it's like you flip a switch, you move something. So right here, you're gonna go to that. You're gonna flip that switch. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that yeah? There it is. So now you can go through there. Now you're going to push one of the blocks in front of the next laser. Well, you down where you could walk through it. So you might have to reset now.
Oh.
Yeah, because you got it. Because you're going to want that other block for that laser.
Right there.
Oh, you got it. You got it. There you go. But go down low so you'll be able to walk, past it. So it's basically problem solving to get through. Now, you're going to want to switch that gun, that red gun. You're going to go up to it, and you're going to click it to point it the other way. There you go. Now flip the switch on, which will turn that beam off. And oh, no, I'm sorry. Turn it up towards the beam. Turn it off. Wait, hold on. Turn it off. Now flip it to where it faces upward. There you go.
Okay.
Now switch it on. So now you have a few seconds to get past it while it's off when that thing switches it.
So I just turned it back off, or am I not supposed to do that?
Well, no, you're fine now. And then
This is
You've
kind of
got-
cool. I know
Yeah.
the game. I have it, and I've seen people play it, but I've never gotten into
and there's
it.
part of the crown is inside that little room.
So I need to push this block up, or
I want to say it's been a while. Push it up so you can get all those. And then go that way. Now get that crown. Part of the crown. That's the first piece.
all right. So go ahead and show them a little bit of cat attack.
And it should show the crown. Yeah, so it shows the first piece. Eventually, you got to fill that whole thing up. And there's big bosses that you fight on this too, but mostly every room kind of gets more and more advanced. It got pretty crazy when I had it, and I kind of stopped playing it, but I'd love to go back to it.
Tofu. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into that game. I like puzzle solving, so I had no idea that's what that was.
Yeah, and it does get pretty intense too, and it gets pretty crazy, and it is one of my absolute favorites because I got it before I even had a channel. I was still doing music, but I was always like watching the homebrew scene, from the early, mid 2000s, I should say, is when I kind of started. So let's start here. So you're basically picking up all these cheeses, and by the white arrows, you can see where the cheese is going to be. The black arrows are showing the cats coming after you. You're a little mouse. You're a meese.
And it shows you the closest piece of cheese, right? So if you move far away, it's going to move to the next one.
Now, I see how I just dropped catnip for that cat, so he's munching the catnip while I'm getting all the cheese. And there's little cat butts and little mouse butts, which are pretty adorable if you're into that kind of thing. And and there you go, stage clear. And it's pretty it gets hard, man. It really does. One of my favorite looking levels. Hold on, I got to get this. Oh, he didn't fall for it. There we go. Sometimes you got to drop another one. Sometimes you drop another load of catnip. Oh, was that? Oh, shoot! That was a red cat. He got me. See if I can get to the Tetris level, which I think looks the coolest.
Again, guys, if you're just coming in, we're talking about our top 5 favorite Elektronite games for our Sprint console. We're going to show you a little bit of gameplay in each one. This is our 5th pick, and we'll just move down until we get to our first. And then we're going to try a new feature if I can find it. Going live or ending the live and just staying live with members only. And we're going to do a head-to-head and submit the score.
Do we get jackets?
Try the new feature.
Do we get members only jackets?
If we're on your channel, we do. I can't afford that.
That's funny. Oh, shoot. Well, anyways, that's Cat Attack.
So where is that? All right. So now we are going to go into our... do you have the rest of yours digital or...
I should, yes.
Okay. So my pick for number 4 was D2K Arcade. It's my favorite version of Donkey Kong on Intellivision. It's so well done. And, you know, it just, if you like Donkey Kong, that's the one you want.
I agree. And that's mine too.
That's your number 4?
Like I said, I really don't have them in
you just got an
save order, but it's definitely one of my top 5.
Well,
yes.
pick one of the different ones, and then you can play that one when I play a different one.
Well, then I would do, let's see.
Torque,
I would do a Tale of Dragons and Swords.
Torque gifted 10 Intellivision Gamer memberships. Thank you, Torque. Appreciate that.
Woo!
Woo-wee. A Tale of Dragons and Swords. So tell us a little bit about that game, Chuck.
So this is a kind of, I guess, an overhead dungeon crawler with RPG elements. And a really cool intro here. It might kind of go a little long, but I'll kind of just show you some of the pictures. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's got some cool graphics.
Yeah. Basically, you got to eventually fight the dragon, but I'm gonna start it off. We're gonna do. Shoot. I should probably continue because I have a game going.
I have played this one a little bit.
But you have hit points, you have gold that you buy stuff with, and those ghosts. Sometimes you're a Ghostbuster. But you
got all kinds of different things and stats and enemy and hit points and
it's basically I would have showed it from the beginning, but I don't want to wipe my current game.
Yeah.
So right now I'm in this is level 2. And I'm basically going through getting gold, trying not to die. Those ghosts really take a lot of hit points. And then, here's a guy. It's going to give me, you get to talk to different guys. They give you kind of warnings. This guy's talking about the strike traps. That's kind of a new peril in this level. As you go to find the next key to open up the big dungeon to the next level. And you keep, going level per level, finding the keys, finding the hidden stuff. And like here. So there's a key right there. Actually, I needed that. So that's really awesome. And I found that. Now I gotta head back. How are you doing on level 1 there? Just dying?
I'm watching you play.
Okay. Oh, I got stuck right there. I have to go around.
I'll play a little bit now. I'm not as good of a Donkey Kong player as DJC.
Well, here, I'll flip over too, and I'll kind of head-to-head you here. So this is no longer a Tale of Dragons and Swords.
Oh! Oop. I'll just keep changing them as we go, then.
I went the wrong way. Now I got taken the long way around the carousel. If I only would learn folders one day.
I keep trying.
I don't know if I want them. I might be anti-folder.
Oh, you want folders. Folders make all kinds of things possible.
And this first opening level on this one's pretty hard too.
Yeah, I haven't even been by it yet.
It is not even close to as hard as the special edition though.
No, I've seen you play that, and I haven't even tried those levels. I'm like, holy crap.
I mean, platforming with an Intellivision controller is not the greatest, to be honest. So that's
in
part of the
Arcade,
challenge.
you've got 1 or 2 players. You can pick Mario, Tony, Bruno, and each one has different characteristics. Like some are faster, some jump farther, higher, whatever. Game 1 and game 2, are you on game 2 as well, right?
Yeah, I'm on game 2.
I was wondering why it looked different. I forgot I was on game 2.
Shoot.
I've mostly played game 1 on this one, I'm guessing. Actually, I should probably, since you're on that one.
Ah.
What? You died already?
In the second level, at least I made it to the second. You know what I've noticed a lot on Sprint controllers? One of the little gripes I have. Playing a game like this, I'm not really showing. I'll show it after this. I love the clicky side buttons, but I feel like you're accidentally pressing the top left button when you're playing like a platformer.
Oh, your
Your left
I'm trying
hand,
to watch
like,
chat.
the palm of your hand.
You mean like when you're pushing other buttons, you push the other ones your fingers are on?
Yeah, like when I'm holding the controller in my left hand while I'm using the disc. The old buttons were soft, so you didn't press them in. It took a good press. These clicky buttons, you're accidentally starting something or hitting your auto fire off or something that I don't like, and so I feel I have to hold it up on the top left corner a little bit more, which makes it a little awkward. Little gripe on that. Just they're a little. I love that they're clicky, but it's almost like I wish they'd moved them.
So
down.
we need one of those things that adds a back so we can grip it underneath and not to the side or move your fingers. But I
made one of those.
It's hard to see, but I'll hold I have big hands, but I'll hold it where I'm around the buttons. It's just learning something different. So Roger, level 1. I don't know if you're laughing that I'm dying because I'm not really trying to play yet. But there's 2 game types on here. There's game 1, game 2 on this one, and I'm on game 1. He's on game 2. 1 Inch Biceps says, "Do you even want your original Intellivision out?" Of course. I still love OG hardware. I'm still a very large collector, but having everything right there, boom, on the console is nice. 1375 Stickboy says there is a file limit, so unfortunately, at some point, you will have to use folders, Chuck. I love this level. It took a while to learn how to beat it. The one you're on?
Oh, yeah. I remember first playing this going, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck do I even do?
It's so extreme. It's got elevators. It's got oil. It's got fireballs. It's electricity. It's all crazy.
And I could beat it, and then I didn't know, or get all the way to the end, but I didn't know how to complete the level. I'm like, what do I even do? There, guys, I made it past level 1.
Shoot! The fireball wouldn't move. I couldn't go anywhere.
1 Inch Biceps, maybe. The OG console's right here. It thinks it's jealous that I'm cheating on it with the Sprint. The Sprint is just another way to play, not replacing.
Well, I'm going to eventually have... Oh, shoot. That was a dumb move. I'm eventually going to have Hugo do HDMI mods on a couple of my OG consoles, so I'll be able to play like certain carts that are going to only be available physical. Like that's the main
reason right there. Not everything is available physical. I still like original hardware. Take it off. All right. Are you ready to see number 4 or number 3?
I'm having so much fun though.
You're always great at Donkey Kong. You can go on forever. We can do a whole show just on this game.
You are right. All right, let's move on.
All right. So my number 3 is Ninja Odyssey. It's a platformer. It's
Shoot.
very hard.
That's mine too. I might have to pick something different.
Well, now you can pick the one you were going to pick last time. Ninja
It was D2K.
You should have just kept playing. I'll leave it on D2K.
How you like this? By the way, a little off subject.
Oh, cool. That looks like you, Chuck.
It totally. That's just some jester, and he's drinking LaRue Blackberry Brandy. I don't know why. He's getting hit by a moose, spinning plates. It's a whole chaos there.
So Ninja Odyssey, I hooked up my Sprint in the living room, and I went through all of AF, beat it. And then Ninja Odyssey is the game I played next. My gosh, that gets hard. Avoiding everything, all the bosses.
You want to do a little head-to-head on Ninja Odyssey? We only got a couple left.
Sure.
Let's do this. Because I love this game. I would.
The only thing, it was an earlier game, and the first one from Oscar, not Oscar Toledo G, but Kai Oscar, and it doesn't save. I wish this saved.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a save option though.
No, there wasn't save. But if this game gets a sequel, you can bet your ass it's gonna have save. This is another one that I would like to play on a controller. I don't mind playing on the Intellivision controller, but I keep pushing the wrong buttons.
Yeah, doing the jump and run is with an Intellivision controller is a little.
I tried to jump and I shot.
So I can use my Intelliport to play the physical of this. Or LTO version. The thing is the way the game is mapped, the buttons are even on a platforming controller are reversed.
But you can change that now. There are different profiles.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can change profiles
in Sprint or on old school?
No, not on there. On the NTNS. If you're playing on original hardware.
Oh, I was talking about the Intelliport.
Yeah, but that's on original hardware.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said NTNS.
Oh, yeah. That's where you can do it. But it's really nice because, like, say you're playing Super Mystery Game, you can change the buttons where they should be. So this is a platform game that I just love on Intellivision. How many levels are on this, Chuck? Because I haven't beat it. I don't think you beat it.
Well, there's 3 bosses, and it's basically the same level layout each time.
Oh, okay.
So I've gotten to, I think I almost got to the final boss, but I have not beat it yet.
Then I've got farther than I thought in this one.
Because I beat the first 2 bosses, and I was in the final level for the third boss, which I'm guessing would be the end.
So you have different weapons. Some just shoot out, some bounce and keep going. Some are fast. I think the yellow one's fast. You can get double jump. There's boss levels in this game. What am I missing, Chuck?
Well, the red suit is what you constantly want to have, and the thing is, it's a one-hit kill. So you don't want to lose this because there's certain areas that are almost virtually impossible to get by without the red suit. So, like right now, if one thing hits me, it turns back to blue, and I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah, I don't have the double jump
Maybe
right
not
now.
in this level particular, but in the next one, or this happens in the final level, you might not be able to make it to the boss. So that's where it gets super challenging to not get hit, you know? In this next level coming up, you'll see the first boss.
So now I've got double jump, and this is much better.
And the main thing on these is getting rid of all the little, like, call them like the black snowflakes in there, like the little asterisks.
Yeah, you don't want to accidentally hit one. Some things are hard to see, like
take a hit point away and your ninja suit. So and it's best to me, the best ninja stars are going to be the
red
bouncy ones, because they're bouncy. So even when you do a boss, like you could shoot
Slappy,
and they'll bounce up and hit them hit them head on as well.
Yeah, and on bosses, it really helps to have them bouncing around.
Did you ever show my how to play on this?
Yes, sir, I did.
I must have. Was I out or something? I might have missed that.
Well, like all of us, we come and go, and whenever you have like a 3-hour stream,
When you have your 5-hour streams, sometimes I miss stuff.
Like I always say, I only play once a week. If you add up hours, I think you got me beat by like 10 times.
Oh man, I'm missing them there. There we go. See, the bouncies will help sometimes.
Slappy says, Chuck and Casey, two of my favorite YouTubers. Good evening, guys. And 1-inch biceps. I don't throw
Slappy in the house.
Money. Slappy, I played the Astro Smash. I've been playing that intro that you sent me the last few weeks. I like it. Thank you. So another thing is you have a health/time meter. So you not only have to get through the levels, you also have to keep your health up. I don't think we covered that part.
Yeah, it's almost like Adventure Island style. Oh. Now I just lost. This is the worst stage to lose your red suit in, and I lost it. Can't get that one up because you won't be able to reach it.
You defeated the first boss and you're on to the second one?
Yeah.
So we got him there.
I don't know why I'm worried about hitting anything right now. I don't have the red suit.
Yeah, I like the red suit. I like everything red. And you got a 1-up right there.
Yeah, without the red suit, you were not going to be able to get that 1-up, which nope. I just... There we go. I'm back. I'm back, baby.
So sometimes you can't just sit here and try to kill everything. You have to get through the level because no matter what you do, if you don't go faster through it, you're not going to make it. You're
well, that was some of my what happened in the final level was your bar starts going quick, but you have to destroy the stuff or you're going to lose your red ninja suit. Like right there, you got to destroy those to get through. So while you're doing that, your bar is counting down, and that's what killed me every time that I made it there. Was not being able to time it, to hit that stuff perfectly and time it. They do give you extra ninja suits in this level.
I'm not doing too bad for me, Chucky.
I haven't played this in a while, but I do love it. Every once in a while, I still do play it.
So I think this is another game that should eventually see a sequel.
Oh, man, I would love to see a sequel. Well, I always said TNT Cowboy was another... Oh, shit.
Some of these too require precise movements on a disc. Like where you barely have to get to the edge. You still going?
No, I stopped. I'm letting you go.
Where'd you end up with?
About where you were, and then I died, so I was just like, I'm not going to redo.
Yeah, we're not doing redos on this one.
Well, I still had guys left. I just didn't want to go forever. I'll go into my next one, which is old school.
I'll go out now too. Okay.
I just did giveaways on this game.
I saw that.
So this one in DK Arcade, I still have one DK Arcade giveaway. Cranable forfeited his because he had D2K. So we still get next Saturday. I will have one more DK Arcade to give away, and I might have some other stuff as well, but we'll see. But this is called Old School. This is one of their earlier. I still want to get the physical of this because I want to collect every Elektronite physical. And for years, I never played this. This has always eluded me. And I'm so glad I got it now. And it's basically a maze game, but there's different rooms. You are Poindexter, and you have two bullies. There it is. You have two bullies that are trying to, come at you, and you got to collect all the lunch money and move on to the next room. Now, you do have a defense where you can throw erasers at them to stun them. And I'll just show you right now, and I think it's fun. I haven't played anything fast. I've only played the normal levels. But
I've tried it briefly, but I'm not familiar with this game very much at all. And my number 2 is Star Mercenary.
That was on my list too.
Yeah, Bosconian type game with level ups, and you earn money and get upgrades. I love that game. Where am I going here?
Yeah, this game here gets it pretty addictive too.
I forgot. I need to switch over. Can show the artwork too. You can see the overlay.
Star Mercenary is one of those really in-depth games. You slowly build up your ship's defenses, your thrusters, your shield.
Yeah. It's like, if you love Bosconian, it's Bosconian on steroids. We got the marriage proposal at the start of it.
The story. So I beat that game, and I tell you what, the story has a crazy cool twist, and it's just.
And this one lets you save.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I knew that he was going to get me there.
And you've got difficulty settings from the get-go: normal, hard, and insane. I suggest normal.
Yeah, insane just sounds insane.
So you've got Workshop, where you can buy afterburners, shields, engine, firepower, auto fire.
It's an RPG shooter, man. Basically, it's sort of.
And you got, it's cool. If it's a shooter, Bosconian style, and you've got all these upgrades and things you can do.
You need to start.
And then you pick an area. Oh yeah, and it's IntelliVoice as well.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. Auto fire really helps.
Shoot.
So then you go to this screen that I'm in, and it tells you what your shield's at, your afterburners, your engine output, firepower, auto fire, how much funds you've earned. Then it tells you at the bottom, what you really need to know. How many fighters are left on this map, turrets left to destroy, and structures left to destroy. So I have to destroy in this one level 88 things.
Thrust, get away.
So there's structures, ships, and each, it's hard enough, unless you're already really good at the game, of course. It's hard enough on regular. So I've gotten a little bit into this game, but not very not very far in. This is definitely going to be one I'm hitting up. What I'm going to do is, since I have folders on my Sprint, I'm going to kind of like the games that I want to play, you know, get them downstairs. The games that I'm really interested in kind of getting all the way through them. My backlog or whatever you want to call it. But, you know, I'm going to pick all my favorite games that I want to spend some time with currently, and I'll have a folder for that. And then whenever I got some free time downstairs, I'll just fire up one of these games that are on my list and kind of get through them all.
Yeah, this is one fantastic game.
So if you love shooters and you like earning money doing upgrades, definitely Star Mercenary is a game for you. So you already did your number 2, right?
Well, I was going to show off match 5. That'll be my. I guess
Okay.
that'll be my number. Is this going to be our? Is this 2 or what are we on?
We're on number 2. That was
Yeah.
my number 2, Star Mercenary.
So let's do match 5, which is this one really surprised me. I'm a sucker for a very well done puzzle game. I don't like too much number matching or memory stuff but when it comes to like something that's fun to play, that's simple, this is definitely a good one. I don't know why that's happening. Hold on. My Sprint's freaking out. Let me my apologies. Let me reset that and try it again. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. And it is.
That's your Sprint doing it, or that game only?
Well, I've played this before, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, try a different game real quick.
That's-
While we're waiting, I got something else I want to show.
TJ here. Hey, I am the ultimate retro bastard, but we're here to watch Intellivision, aren't we? So we're here at Casey Neidall's The Intellivision Gamer YouTube channel. So buckle up, sit down, relax if you can, because he's going to hit you with a whole bunch of good Intellivision stuff. Hold on.
I was supposed to play that at the beginning, and I just realized I never played it.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to find out what happened here because it was
The match
working.
5. Do you want me to play mine? And I guess see if mine
Do
works.
you know how to play?
No.
I'll give you a hint. You have to match 5.
Oh. So mine loads. I'm a winner already.
A winner or possibly a wiener.
I'm a wiener. All right, so what I want to do here, that one. So I'll show your number 2 off. So let me get easy play. High scores. It saves high scores.
It must. Like I said, it's new for me. I know it's an older one. So the computer's it will go and put a bunch of stuff on the screen.
Yep, it did.
You got to match 5 items in a row. So you can
where am I putting them?
Either choose to move so you can consolidate them. So right now you got 2 of those. I'd probably once again, I'm brand new to this as well. So I could be and you have bombs too where you can blow up stuff, but that
is this one I need the overlay?
Possibly, but I don't think so. Basically, well, yeah, you might want to.
What am I doing right here?
One of the side buttons will grab the item and move it. The other will set a bomb. Don't set the bomb.
So now what? Clear?
Undo that. Go to the other side button. Okay, well, you blew it up.
The other button just ignited it.
Well, I think one. Oh, nope.
Okay, so bomb again takes it off.
Okay, so that you can move it. But, I mean, normally, like you had 2 of those, you consolidate them together until the computer does the next move. So it put one of those on because it's showing what's next, almost like Tetris down there. So you're going to try to get 5 in a row in some way. But you eventually, it gets chaotic eventually. This is just the beginning to kind of show you.
So this is a puzzle game.
Yes, so there you go. You have almost... So that's going to throw some up there. Sometimes it'll get in your way. So far, you're doing good.
Oh, and it can't be trapped. It has to get a free path. I didn't know that.
You have to have a free path through it. And you normally start with 3 bombs. So you can, see, so you're moving that. Then the computer's, that actually worked out for you there.
Yeah.
And you got 3 more there. Yeah, see, exactly. It has to go across that path.
Sweet.
But dude,
That's
I
pretty
really
cool.
enjoy this, and it keeps getting more and more chaotic, which makes it kind of fun. And I think that even as a simple game, it's friggin' amazing, and I like it. I really like this game.
So yeah, I'm gonna play. I love puzzle games. So, and chess, checkers, all those kind of games too.
When it's done right, as simple as it is, it's done right
Yeah.
to get you to really have a good time with it. And when some of them are a little too chaotic with numbers, and once again, when I see stuff with a bunch of numbers and I got to add and subtract, I'm like, am I doing homework or am I playing a video game? So I just want to have fun. And this is like a Connect 4, Connect 5, match 5 in a row, but you got a bunch of stuff and the computer kind of interfering with you, and you can bomb certain things out of the way, but that's limited. So you really got to kind of consolidate and move stuff and be strategic when you're doing your moves. But I enjoy it. I really do.
I did change it to easy, so that was probably a lot easier than.
Oh
regular.
yeah, that was just the kind of the basics. Like if you play the normal
Show the game off.
It gets nuts, man. It gets nuts.
All right, so we are to our number ones, and we may have the same one, number one.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna have the same one. It's AF for me.
Yeah, my number one Elektronite game, AF. And as you've seen on Chuck's channel, AF2 is on the way.
Yeah.
We showed a little clip, and I have a link to his video in my highlight playlist. So definitely go check that out. I put 4 videos. I'll tell you guys about that after we're done here. But definitely check out Chuck's video because AF2 is already looking awesome.
It really is. And I know some people are like, oh, is that, but it was just a sneak peek. Once again, this is a work in progress. But, for what the Intellivision can handle, this is pretty friggin' awesome. I'm going to do Tunnel 1 just because. And I think a lot of people might be sick of me playing this because I play it constantly, but
I'll play, since we're not going to play a whole game, I'll play a different level to show it off.
there you go. There you go.
Slappy says, I saw TJ's unboxing video. He's one lucky bastard. He is. And the cool thing about TJ winning that sprint, the next game he makes is going to be a sprint game. He's going to make an Intellivision game for Invasion of the Cloud People, which is awesome.
What is that game all about? Is that his own game?
That's his own game that he has on the Specky Next. He has a Specky version. I forget what it's 128, or I don't know those computers real well. And then he has a Spectrum Next version, which is Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm. And now he's working on it's a Pico 8 game that plays in browsers and stuff. And it's a different version. So every time he makes one, it's the same game kind of, but it's made for something different. So it's a whole new gameplay with the same kind of theme. And he's going to bring that to Intellivision. I bought him the books from Oscar Toledo G, and he's going to learn and bring his game to Intellivision at some point.
Now I gotta ask. Another little gripe on a game like this. And I guess this is, I've heard different things on different people getting sprints. Some people have controllers that are the disc is way too tight. Some where it maybe is missing like a thing.
That's all being fixed.
Mine's worked in, so it's a little better than when I first unboxed it and played, but it is stiff. And what you get with that, it's not as smooth. You have more jerky elements. So on this game, you'll see me on the later levels. It's really hard for me to move around stuff sometimes without getting hits.
It depends on what you get here. They are fixing that, but the Sprint that I have downstairs, it has the controllers like you're talking about. But the one I have here, it moves pretty smooth. They're amazing. But not everyone, and I'm dying here trying to think, not everyone gets the same controller, but they are working on that. And there's ways you can mod it and fix it. You can open up the controller, back out the 2 screws just a little bit that are around that. I mean, I have to see it. I haven't tried it myself.
I haven't done any type of mod or anything like that.
There's also, if I push hard, I have up sometimes not want to register. But if I just do a gentle push, all of them work.
Yeah.
So there's workarounds on how you're pushing, but there's also people are reinforcing underneath, on top, and on bottom of the disc. If you open up the controller or look at pictures from someone that's done it, you'll see what we're talking about. There's not a support beam or piece underneath the top and bottom. So people are 3D printing. That's all going to be fixed in the update. But the controllers are great. You just got to figure them out, and they seem to be. I don't know if they're all made from the same factory. I think. I don't know if it's like a new guy was running one day. I don't know. So I go in here and I'm like, what? I only have 2 tunnels. What the heck? I forgot. I beat it on the console.
Oh, and you were on the second mode?
I beat it. No, I beat it on the console downstairs. This one I've never got up here. I've never got past.
Oh, that's yeah. I
So
beat it on my
downstairs-
LTO Flash, so I have to redo it on the Sprint. But like that's how I kind of noticed a lot of the controller response and the harder stuff, where you really need to move to the point where I couldn't even get the speed up because the speed up made it way too jerky. You know.
Yeah, it is hard in any disc, even original. Whenever you're grabbing something right on the edge. But man, this is such a fun shooter, and I love how the new one is scrolling horizontal because you have a bigger screen that way. Barrier, I love having barrier too. That's just almost a necessity at some points. You ever have it, Chuck, where you don't want to get the speed, but you kind of have to?
Well, right now, like playing, like I said, on this controller, I try not to do the speed.
But I mean, I know you beat this. There's times in the faster levels where they're fast, you can't be slow or you're gonna.
Yeah,
die.
and that's where it comes down to. Your controller needs to be perfect. You know. Your disc, I should say. I keep saying controller. It's more or less everyone has a different feel in disc. And you know what? Even on the old one, it was like that. I'd really have to work in a disc to make it perform how I wanted. And the one on it's the console that PJ gave to me when he got me his Ultimate Flashback, God bless him. And I've went through 2 sets of controllers already on it just because I wear them out.
Yeah, like I said,
stuff starts
nobody plays
breaking.
more in television than you, sir.
But these are just, oh my God. And these first 2 levels I've pretty much mastered, but it's the levels after this that really get challenging. Really get challenging.
Yeah, it's not easy. You need your continues, trust me.
You're gonna
Unless
die.
you're
You're gonna constantly die.
Unless you're a master, you're gonna need all those
You
continues.
gotta be like Rain Man, pretty much to
A
not
no death
die.
run on this game. I want to see it.
Yeah, I would challenge anyone to do a no death run on the Sprint. Old school console, little, you get a nice worked in controller, could be a little nicer. Now this boss, I always wish. See, the double fire is better than the triple on this.
Yeah, because you want to hit him multiple
Because you're
times.
not hitting him multiple. And this little trick, if you follow him, he kind of shoots himself in the leg, which stops.
This boss, you need a little more patience.
Yeah, you can't just rush. You gotta take what you can get on the hits. Like I said,
I remember
he'll
the first
shoot
time
up
I-
at you.
The first time I played AF and I'm like, what? There's a boss?
Yeah, when I first saw that
Little
worm,
worm.
I was like, okay, I want this.
Yeah.
And then I
I'm
saw
like,
the
this is
spider. I was
sweet.
like, oh damn.
While you finish, let me see that. I gotta find this button that I'm supposed to be using here in a second. Oop, wrong one. Slappy, there's nothing TJ can't do. YouTube.
Ooh, I almost died there.
Live control room. Open. Switch. Switch.
It's so hard. Oh! And I
Uh-oh.
touched the ground, and that's how I died. But if I get the double fire right here, I'll literally end it. I'll beat it right away as I die.
So I'm trying to find that members only thing. You know what? It's so weird. I saw it just recently. The poll, we have 63 votes now in. Pretty much the same thing. 25% are just playing the 45 built-in games. 63% are using their own build, and 11% someone else's build. I'll give it just another couple minutes and I'll end it. A lot of times I forget to end the polls, but if you guys haven't voted in the poll, click up there, vote how you're playing on the sprint.
Sweeper.
I'm trying to find customization.
Shoot. Okay, I got the single fire. I got the BB gun. But the bullets.
This one is like, because you got to zoom back to that corner down there, hit him a couple times, scroll, jump up. You want to have the barrier.
Close, he fires at his leg, and you don't have anything to have to dodge up when you're shooting up here or when you're moving. But you also got to be careful not to go like I almost killed myself on the floor,
like right there.
But anyways, we can move on. I'm not gonna.
You got a minute here. I'm trying to find the stream thing. I mean, I still have a few more things to talk about, but it's weird. That button I just don't see it. Like I'm Googling it and it says how to do it. Open the live control room. I'm in there. Schedule switch. Select the option to change current stream to members only. Schedule switch. Configure access. Set a timer. Yeah, there was a button there. So we may have to just do that, and I'll try it. I don't know. I don't know why that's not a thing. Why it's not showing me that. Automatically short version, stream, latency. No, it was a button down here, but I just don't see it anymore. Camo Ducky, what's going on, Steven? Playing some Elektronite games. We just talked about our top 5.
I gotta see if Infiltrator saves, because I played a game yesterday and I saved it. So remember you were asking me about that, if it worked.
Mine saved, so yours should. If yours doesn't, we can get it fixed.
So where do we go to start the game?
There's just a certain button that saves in this one, right?
Okay, it doesn't have anything here. Oh, you must have to do it in game. Then?
Yeah, you do it in the game, and you push a certain button, and then it's going to.
Okay, I thought it would be. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It doesn't have it on the menu, but that's fine.
Mike's Gaming Gala says, "Good God, you're still going." No, we stopped. We took an hour break, and then we came back, Mike. It was supposed to be a short one, but I had 3 guests on.
Yeah, it looks like I'm not streaming tonight. Thanks, Casey. It's all your fault.
You're streaming right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of like going, well, I guess I'll just stream. I don't know which button it is because here we go. It's not that one, so it's 8 maybe.
So whenever you get DJC and I talking about
here we go
games and playing them, it's never gonna end short.
So
hi, I'm Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala, and this is all Casey's fault.
This is all Casey's fault! So this is what happened when I tried to save on that last save, Casey, that you sent me. It glitched out the game.
That's weird. Because I have mine saving because I had to figure out how to do it. And it works on mine. So I want to say I think I changed the JSON file on that one. And I can send you.
When you get an update, send me over your new one because I must still have.
And then try it on yours. I'll do that.
I'll do it on the next stream.
Let me make sure. If anyone hasn't done the poll, I'm going to end the poll right now. 65 votes. There it is. How are you guys streaming today? I don't know what you mean by that. Mike, it's so hot here.
StreamYard.
I had to turn on the fan.
How do you like my my onion cover that I made? Because it never had a cover. So it's
Pretty
basically
sweet.
Onion is the continuation of Maria.
Yeah,
So I
but
got
it's
Maria holding, it's a dice roll. So it's Maria holding dice, eating onions in an onion patch. I might have had a little chat GPT help on that, but
I'm like, I'm not doing that without some help. Okay, we did all that one.
by the
Making sure,
way,
'cause I
this
skipped
game
around.
is amazing. I need to learn how to play it properly. I know Pete did a video on this where he was playing it. And I need to pay more attention on how he did stuff because I think I like, I want to say 75% or 70% get it, but I think there's stuff I'm not understanding in this that I still need to learn. But Paulista, if you guys want an in-depth, amazing adventure game that always has a different outcome every time you play it, amazing game. And the cool little cutscenes and the artwork and it's a licensed game. It came out on what, PC out over in Europe, I believe, or something.
I don't know. I don't know about that part. Mike says he has a
South America.
Police Avenue Redux. Has his video has a complete walkthrough of how to play. I've seen most of that.
Mike or Michelle has that. I unsubbed to Michelle's Gaming Gala.
It's already been told that's Michelle's baby is not Corey's or Casey's, it's DJC's.
It is not mine. I don't know what you guys keep trying to push these narratives.
Brazil. Does the new logo have Michelle? So real quick, 125 Homebrew. I put Mousetrap up. I'm not very good at it, but you can check out the game. I'm going to work on some more games this week because I don't have anything for this coming Friday. I need to get that in. YouTube video highlight. I added Chuck's video. You've got AF2 in there. You've got TJ's unboxing, I think. There's a few other things in there. I was supposed to write them down and have a graphic, but I ran out of time. YouTuber highlight. I just real quick wanted to, let me bring it up here real quick, and then we'll get into Donkey Kong, and then we can call it a night. I wanted to highlight, because I had it in here, Retro Marbs has been doing a lot of Sprint content, and I wanted to show everybody. Let me get it here, and then I'll pop it in. All right, so let me go back over to here. Am I big? No, I'm not. Give me 1 second. There we go. So Retro Marbs, he has a big Xbox channel. He's a big Xbox guy. He's also a retro guy. Early on, remember me talking about, he was doing videos, and it was a bunch of small videos on modding or upgrading his Sears Intellivision console. Well, he's now working on Sprint content, has a lot of cool stuff. He does Atari, everything on Retro Marbs. He's not focused on one thing like I am, but definitely you should check him out. Give him a sub. He does really good content. He has lots of different things here. He's trying to build his retro channel because, as everyone knows, Xbox kind of going down, and so he's focusing on retro. So definitely go retromarbs.com. Right now he's 1.24K. He's been growing like crazy, really fast. Just not long ago he's like 400. In fact, I didn't even know he was this high. It's all happened very quickly. So, all right, there's Retro Marbs, and I think we're down. Hey, Mike, did you ever go look on YouTube? Because I don't see that button that I sent you guys saying to go stay live with members. We were going to try it tonight, and I don't.
I mean, we could just play it for everyone if you want. If
we
you
will. Just
Okay.
The whole point was to try that feature and see what it's like. But we'll do it either way. But one more thing I wanted to talk about. Tomorrow, you've got Mike's Gaming Gala and Phil, Retro Bliss Rewind. They're going to have one of the guys affiliated with the Atari Hotel, and they're going to have him on as a guest. They're going to be asking all kinds of questions. So if you've heard about the Atari Hotel and you want to find out more, that's definitely the day to do it, because where they're going to have one of the guys that knows everything on the show. And that's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow on Mike or Phil's channel, Retro Bliss Gaming, and that's 8 p.m. Eastern. Definitely going to check it. I'm going to check it out because I want to find out more about that Atari Hotel. It's in the Phoenix area I'll go to Phoenix International Raceway, pick up a race, and stay at the Atari Hotel. Mike's Gaming Gala says, spoiler alert, I'm Michelle. She's a hot mermaid. I know, crazy, right?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
So let me look one more time, and we'll play that. We can play for everyone. But so we are going to play one game, no rage resets, and we're going to enter I'm going to enter these scores because this week in Intellivision Invasion, the original Donkey Kong is the game this week. So we're going to enter our scores. And if you don't like yours, you can play again and enter it. But I'm going to enter the 2 we do tonight because I'm not very good at it, and I'm not going to play it again.
I'm not good at it either.
All right, so did Mike answer on the whole YouTube thing? I don't know if he looked at it. That would require me to dress like that again. Subbed, says Tofu. Thank you, Tofu. He'll appreciate that. I don't see anything. Let me look one more time. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't even know you could do that in the middle of the stream. On Rumble, you can. On Rumble, there's a button where you could switch to members only in the middle of a stream, but I haven't seen it on StreamYard. But
maybe it was new. Maybe they had an issue, and maybe you have to click it like before you're live, but I didn't think so. So I've got a message. Let me see. I think I sent a screenshot to Phil and Bliss because I'm like, look, they're doing it. And maybe I just told them about it.
There's a button on my side, which kind of is a no-no in the YouTube community, but it says, stream this to your audience. So what does that open your stream on my channel then?
So basically you can do that, but that's how they do the show. Like say you and I are co-hosts, complete equals, or we're doing a head-to-head. You and I can do a head-to-head where you're live with your viewers. I'm live with my viewers. So we're both live at the same time. Okay. People can watch us on either channel, and we can do whatever we want to do.
Gotcha.
Simulcasting.
That's the only thing I see. I don't see any other. Well, I mean, you're going to have different things than I have, but
yeah, that's what Mike and Phil and they do. How they both have the show on, they're doing that. Which I'm not opposed to that. If you're ever, we're doing a head-to-head, we both go live.
They call it.
Yeah, we'll both go live. We get a head-to-head going where we set up some games and do that once in a while. I'd be down for that. You're like good competition. You're the only one that can regularly kick my butt at a lot of Intellivision games.
I mean, you got me on Castle of Death to the point where I don't even want to play it anymore.
I can beat you at more than that, but you've got me more games than I've got you. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, you're really good at a lot of stuff. I can't.
We seem to be really good at different games. The ones I can really play, you can't, and vice versa. All right, so I'm about to give up here. I'm going to look one more time. There's settings here. Maybe it's changed. Pop out dashboard. Sometimes I wonder, do I not have I'm in the studio. Let me go back out and back in. Live now. Okay, so brainstorm, edit description, shareable link. That's not it. So I've got unlist live replay once stream ends, but that's just to take out your video, not to tech support the stream. Yeah, I don't enable auto start, auto stop, delay. And if you Google it, I see it in there as well, but I do not see. I'm not seeing that button that I saw and told Mike and them about live. Unless I have to.
I'm wondering if it's only before you start. I don't know if
that
you could
very well could be.
Which is weird that they wouldn't have that option because it's an option that's going on other things. So
I thought you could do it either which way. But when I saw that button, but let's go ahead and do original. Are you playing with the original controller too?
No, I'm playing on the Sprint. That way it's...
No, I mean, I'm sorry. Are you playing on this controller?
Yes. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's the only way to play. I'm holding it up that you can't see.
DJC, the Green Ape Donkey Kong champ. Well, I'm not going to be any threat to you on that one. I'll tell you that.
On the Sprint controller, it's a little different. I will say that. My worn-in controller, I'm a lot better on. But we'll see. Because I played this when I got my Sprint, like the first month or so. I think I tried this once, and I was like, oh, it's just a little But my controller was a lot stiffer. It's a little worked in now, but
I think mine's still a little stiffer than yours.
ah,
All right, so original Coleco Donkey Kong. You ready?
oh yeah.
I'm ready for the butt whooping I'm about to receive.
You always got to get that error buzz right when you click the disc.
Let's see. Should have read the manual. I did. I've already seen the damn button, Mike. It's not there. So I bet you that button shows up when I'm not live.
Do you have your chat window shrink down the more stuff you add in, and then it never goes back to regular size?
No, I don't have that. I've never messed with that, so I don't even know.
Well, even looking at the one here in the I can only see two comments at a time. Like I don't see the big list.
I see all of them.
See, I don't.
I've never messed with that, so
I've never have either. But in my window here, I literally, and then sometimes it goes down so tiny that you could barely see one comment. It's like looking through a mail slot.
Sometimes yours goes down really tiny.
Yes, like a little mushroom cap, like a little soft mushroom.
Slappy says Donkey Kong original on Intellivision. You'd have to pay me to play that abomination. LOL. Although I did play the heck out of it when I was a kid. I'm one of the ones that didn't know any different. I hadn't played the arcade. I played the arcade last. So I wasn't disappointed with Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, none of it. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, the horror. I'm going to be saying Slackjaw, Booger Eating, Mike's Gaming Gala watching, Television Game 11. Oh my gosh. It's like slow motion.
Oh, my controller stopped working, and that's totally the game.
Oh,
yeah, sometimes your controller will just stop. He'll just stop, and you can't work it. It's part of the magic of the game.
That's Mike's gig. He blames the controller. Oh! I'm going to die on the first one. This is too slow for me. This is like playing Burger Time and pushing button 1. Come on. I think I'm over.
He just stopped moving again. All right, there he goes.
Mike says sometimes it is the controller. I get it.
Oh, now I got to play the waiting game till I turn Minty here. Minty. There it goes.
Oh, I think I would have died if it went straight, too. Sean, shut up, Sean. I can't click it off now. I'm going to die. Sean wasn't supposed to see
How
that.
did I die there? I wasn't even in the hitbox.
Oh, yeah. Oh, where'd you go? Come back up here. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. What the heck? He snuck in under my hammer up the ladder and killed me.
Yeah, sometimes the hammer won't work either. It's a wonderful game.
Woo. 1 inch bicep says, "Go ahead, blame the controller." I'm having zero issues with the controller. I wish I could blame the controller. Controller's working fine for me.
Well, no, the game will just stop. It just will stop like talking to the controller.
So I jumped, thought I had plenty of time, and the barrel rolled under me and killed me.
Yeah, that happened. My first death. That happened. Where it looked like I stubbed my toe on, like my heel it touched, and I died. I'm like, how? Why does he look? He got crushed in midair?
Oh. It's too slow. I pushed the button and it can't jump.
Ooh, that was close.
So 10,000 or 12,600. That's horrible. Which one is it? Let's watch the champ. Buzz says, I think the Mantis is messing with DJC's remote. This remote? Oh, let me get it over there. This remote?
Oh, these little buttholes. Really? They're effing with me.
Mike says it is a remote. Why can't everyone get that?
Oh, I like how I got no points for that one.
Because it went down at the wrong time?
Oh, that was a double jump there. A double barrel jump.
And your high score is 100 and something thousand, right? Upper?
Oh, it's insane. It's like 186,000.
Woo! Nobody else has ever played it that long. That's why.
Damn it. I pushed to the right and he jumped straight up. Yeah, this is not a top game from top. I'm not having a good run at it right here.
I think you're still going to do just fine. We'll submit that score once you get a little higher, and then we'll end the show. So much for being short. What are we at now?
Damn. He was pretty agile right
3
there.
hours,
Like,
12
what
minutes.
the heck just happened?
It's supposed to be a shorter show this week and ended up being longer than the longest one in a while. Roger's going to be like,
how did he
dude!
cross over the space?
Whoa!
Yeah,
Game
that
over.
that
You
is not
suck.
a score to submit. That is shit.
No, that's pretty good for most people.
No, it's not. It's unless it's over 100, it's not good, dude. Not at
I
all.
screenshot it.
I'm sorry, 136,800 is my top. 136,800.
130. That's a huge. Yeah, that's still
Yeah.
impressive. Slappy says the sound effects in this game are like fingernails on a chalkboard.
You don't like
All right,
that.
so-
Instead of doing it just goes boo.
So I got a whopping 12,600, and you got 45,100, and that was my second game. Because my first game, I think I got 200. Oh, that was horrible.
terrible. That was. I'm disappointed in my run. But like I
that
said,
score
I
is
feel-
better than this game deserves, says Mike
If I play it on my
Gaming
LTO, I'll try to submit a score. I'll never do it, so it doesn't really matter.
You
I
see
say
what
I'm
Mike
going to
said?
do that, but I won't. I'll just forget, and this will be it. And
Mike says your score is better than this game deserves. So, well, I thank you for coming on and talking about Elektronite games. I know you have a passion for Elektronite games. You're the
Yes.
first choice, obviously, for that one. And you're the only guy I know that can beat me at a lot of games. So it's always fun to try playing and try to beat you, even though a lot of the games I know I can't. But appreciate your time coming on. It's always fun.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. We should do sometime when it works out. I know you stream all the time anyway, but if we can find a time, we could set up a few games and go head to head, do a head to head, and do it where we're both live. So we're both, have viewers.
I got this coming back tomorrow. The Turbo Graphics Show returns tomorrow, episode 28. I'm just going to kind of dive into games I feel like playing. And I just did a video on Shockman, which is like this weird.
Yeah, I know that one.
And so I'm going to be playing that and also Turrican. Those are the two, and I may be playing more, but I cannot wait. And the weird thing is there's this banana that just keeps bothering me. And I woke up this morning, and we got a lot of snow and ice out there. There was frozen banana peels all over my porch.
Frozen banana peels all over your porch?
And I feel it's because I'm doing so much in television that he is forcing me. I need to do more TurboGrafx content, because if I don't, the banana is coming for me.
Well, that's the other thing we need. Of course, on this channel, I don't do anything but in television, but we do those 4-player TurboGrafx 16 with you, me, Cyrus, DJC. I think PJ's done it. There's a few of us, but we do those 4-player TurboGrafx. I love doing that.
I would like to do that more than an Intellivision multis. I'd like to do a TurboGrafx 4 of us head to head, or 5.
Yeah, I'll do that. I just won't go live on my own channel is all.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying like Turbo, I just love, I wouldn't mind I would love to do that with an AirZonk. I think an AirZonk live.
Oh yeah, that's good.
5-player head to head, all start at the same time kind of thing. You scored a PC engine. Nice, sorry.
Mike says, Casey's saying bring it, but I've beaten him in almost every challenge. Baseball is Casey's though. What about Castle of Death?
And Castle of Death. I'll guarantee you
Mike's done pretty good at that one too. 1375 Stickboy says just scored a PC Engine. That's awesome. It's one of my favorite consoles. I love it. But all right, buddy. Well, you let me know whenever we're gonna do that 4-player thing, and I'll definitely be there if I can, because I love TurboGrafx 16.
Like I just started the show back up on it's gonna be every Tuesday. So hopefully we'll schedule to where we'll have to do that within the next couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'd love to do that. In fact, it's actually been quite some time since I've played anything else but in television.
Yeah, same here. So I get it.
So, all right, buddy. Well, we'll see you again soon. I know you're going to every now and then going to be a regular on the show. So, and I'll see you and I'll chat with you and text you like always.
All right, brother. Thanks for having me. See you later.
Yep. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for whooping my butt. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight's show. That is show 102. I would like to thank Steve, Caleb, and, of course, my buddy DJ C coming on, whipping my butt at a few games. It was fun. I know he loves Elektronite games, and we got to show off our top 5 favorites on the Sprint. We'll do – I know he just says he doesn't really want to, but one of these days we're going to have to do Intellivision head-to-head where we kind of pick a game or two. He picks one, I pick one, go live on our channels, do a head-to-head where we're just playing that game and focused. You guys can watch and chat. Maybe we'll have a moderator, but we are going to play the game and focus because I need to do better. And Mike, I'd love to do that with you as well. If you can get to where you can play. I don't know that you can go live and play. I would gladly take a beating. I would love to do some head-to-heads if you get time for that as well. So, all right, guys, next week, we're going to have the regular show. We're going to do a game of horse racing live, and we're going to do Name That Game. It's coming back for its second time. I'm going to do some more. I got to do some more little clips for that. I might do some sound clips as well as some of those small pictures, and then we'll blow them up and show after they pick. So head-to-head, is that a code? Only for your mom and I. So, all right, guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. This is a long one. I already got a text from my parents saying, are you coming to get the kids? You know it's a school night, right? And I told them this is going to be a shorter show. And that didn't work out. But next week will, because I won't have 3 guests on. So next week we are going to do a shorter show. And I still have to do a lot of stuff tonight because they're putting in my door over here and they're getting rid of the attic stairs. And I have stuff everywhere. So I'm going to be up late tonight. I am taking off tomorrow, but I might be moving some of this stuff in the morning while they're here. So, all right, guys, have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you in the next one.
Rise up, get ready for the fight. The Intellivision gamer, shining so bright. Reviews and gameplay. He's got it all from classics to new. He stands tall. He's on a mission, unleashing the power of retro intuition. He's got the knowledge, the passion untamed. Intellipal, burning with the flame. You do this stage says brothers unite. Intellivision gamer, he brings the light with the game console. He's making history.